live.
Are you?
I think so. Any moment now. I think so. Alright, let's do a test. Test.
That's a good
Hello.
sign.
Yeah, there we are. We're
Let's do a
live.
test.
Watching an ad,
Test.
that's a good
Hello.
sign.
Yeah, there we are. We're
Let's do
live.
it. Alright,
How are
that's
we?
good. That's good. Let's turn these on.
Lots of
Hello.
partner anniversaries. Ooh.
Hello, everybody.
I think we're at 40.
I
Can we
can't
start?
believe it. 30 years of MCC.
Can we start? Quickly,
and it all
quickly,
comes
quickly.
to
Can we
this.
start?
So exciting.
You wanna start on time,
It
don't you?
starts on time.
Is it on
What?
time? Is it on
Oh.
time? Come on. No, Cyan!
No,
Cyan!
So have you
Oh,
got
no.
plans for later tonight or something? Is that what's going on?
I
Have you got to be done by 10:30?
mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
Red 2.
No, I was just excited. We could have been on time for like the first time ever.
Well, we still can be, right?
No.
I think there's a few seconds.
No.
It's 13 seconds, so...
Quick, run it again. Quick.
Do it now, do it
30
now.
years.
Unlucky.
Gosh darn it.
Alright, cool. So I can now... I don't even have to be on Twitch anymore. I can just have OBS open. It's so cool.
Amazing.
That stream chat thing. That is good. Yeah, I only figured it out like 2 MCCs ago or something. How to put stream chat into OBS. I used to have it like open on the website, and I can't find the watermark.
What do you mean you can't
You've
find
lost
the watermark?
hang on, I've got it.
Well,
Oh, for
so
heaven's
I made
sake.
I made the scuffed one last
Oh wait,
time.
no, I don't have the new one. I don't have
Yeah.
the new one.
So I have the scuffed one.
Oh.
Did we not make the
But
new
I didn't-
one? Is that
I don't think
actually
we
What
did.
the hell?
I
Well,
don't
no,
think
but that
we
was the
did.
thing. Yeah.
find a graphic real quick that says like "Happy 30th birthday" and just put that on instead.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, look, I got this one there. MCC Scuffhead admin stream.
Do you not alter that to
I haven't-
like say
no.
30th?
Why don't
Got
you just
MCC Live
cross
as well.
cross it out and write 30 over it with like a drawing thing, and then just every MCC you can just draw in the new number.
What's happening with these guys? Come on.
No, Nolan is not in the admin VC. Nolan wants to watch MCC on his own so that he can soak it up completely.
He's got his family behind him watching, and then tomorrow he's having some friends over for a big watch party where they go back and watch some MCC
Oh, it's so
perspectives.
nice.
yeah. And
Oh,
then
love
in general chat, you can pop it up on screen if you care stuff. But in general chat and Slack, the Make-A-Wish people sent me a picture of the sign they put up in front of his house to celebrate his wish day.
Oh, I should probably.
Let me see.
Pretty cool.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so adorable. Ah.
Yeah, honestly, got like
Sorry,
people
chat.
in
It's
chat.
really cute. Hopefully you'll see
I'm
it.
not- Don't know if I'm allowed to show that.
I think yeah,
I don't know if we
it's not
should show
doxing
the
him.
outside.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
can.
Yeah,
Am I
maybe not the
accidentally
outside.
doxing
Yeah,
if I
maybe
should-
not the outside of
Yeah,
someone's
yeah.
house.
Wait, I can take a screenshot of it. Hold on, not the house.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you could.
Just don't
you could
risk it.
Yeah, just
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 do
if
that
you
little
crop it
just
into like
get
the
rid
side.
of
I mean,
get
just
rid of the
crop it.
number.
Just the sign.
Get rid of the
Could-
number and you're fine.
Green screen like the sign, maybe.
Yeah. For the people who are in chat or say, it's really nice we're doing it. Yeah, it's like when we get approached about it, we wanted to make sure that we could do it in a way that was awesome, because you hear people all the time getting their Make-A-Wishes, and it's like, go to Disneyland or throw a pass at the Super Bowl, and we were like, this is just our tiny little Minecraft server. Like, is this actually a cool thing? And After talking to the kid, it definitely was, and so like we honestly feel like it was the least we could do for him. Bring him some joy. So yeah. He's a really cool kid. He's pretty good at parkour.
Like, actually.
Yeah.
than
Everybody
me.
is punching. Is that Jordan?
Well, I'm trying to save this as an image still.
Pons wants to work for us now. That's great. We've got
Finally, they're ready.
we've got free work.
Everybody's
Yes.
ready. All right.
Excellent. Oh, thank God.
Oh, I almost had it.
We're
I almost
going.
have it.
Just
Add
why? Don't bother.
image. Bam.
Also,
There you
I feel
go.
like I need to
Woo.
point out
Yeah.
how
Oh, it's so
That's our
nice.
game.
It's so pretty.
That's what they got. This thing.
I think some people from Make-A-Wish just like stormed his property in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's like snuck in like
They had like
Yeah.
ninjas.
ski masks that pulled down over their faces and
My favorite
Oh,
thing about it
hand signals.
is that remote.
I love that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Notice that.
I don't even know what that is. It's like a
What is
knockoff
that?
Xbox 360
It's like a-
control.
I think that's from a Nintendo
Sega.
Station 67.
I was about to say it's like
No.
it's like a PS.
Dude, it's a
controller,
custom
but it's not.
Xbox 360 controller, I'm telling you.
No, that's PlayStation.
The PlayStation
thumbsticks
Yeah, it's
down the
joysticks.
PlayStation
bottom.
thing.
It is
Yeah.
not.
It's the
It's got the
PlayStation
thumbsticks down the bottom.
joysticks.
No, but look
Yeah.
at the button colors.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is it's
But
an amalgamation
Oh.
of multiple controllers, probably so it's copyright distinct.
Yeah.
True.
I can't believe
God's gonna be so sweet.
we're being distracted from all the people showing off their butts.
Yeah, I like the attempt to do something.
Get them booties out.
I have to point out here, these skins are aqua. They're not cyan.
Yeah, they're a bit too light.
Look, I'm just gonna say,
This is a
Ollie's really
cool
proud of them.
group.
Please be nice about them. He's way too proud of them.
Oh right, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
that-
oh,
whoa,
hold on.
What happens
Oh,
here?
fruit's behind them.
Oh.
What?
What?
Ah!
No,
They
no,
all
no,
left.
no, 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 pandas.
What's happened?
They
All
all
the pandas left.
disconnected.
What happened?
That was on purpose.
Really funny.
That was really good. I
That
love
would be
it.
on purpose. I love it. I love it. Damn you guys.
They're all innovating on the event again. No?
Daniel, did they
They
go
all
in
missing
alphabetical order, right?
And now they just get run order.
Oh, is it random? Because if it was predictable, they could like write words on their skins and display them.
We're gonna evolve the events. Start metagame.
Chat,
On
chat, you didn't just see that, okay?
how many people are petting Firecracker?
What's-
Oh, look at them
dear
all!
God.
Look at them
Oh,
go!
God.
Look at them go! Look at them go! I have
We've lost.
Melon
We've
on
lost
webcam.
two people. God, get back in here, please.
People are dropping like flies. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What? Why?
No, they're back. They're
I
all
guess they
back.
wanted to do their funny skits, but we have a
Is it
thing
legit?
that stops you from
No, I think we're back. I think we're
getting
okay.
in. So I have to open the gates for them.
I have Nalin on webcam on the other screen, and he's just bopping along to the music. It's really great.
Oh, sorry, chat. Alright, I'll bring up the music.
No, don't do it.
Early sort. Early sort.
Really so be nice.
It might not be on the dome though.
Mm.
There you go.
Oh no, it's not gonna be on
There
the
you go,
dome.
chat.
We're not gonna let them do an early salt. No,
Yeah.
they can do it.
There it is.
Which game is missing? It's
Ace Rose.
One sec.
no, it's not Ice Race.
No, it's
Battle
not.
Box. Late Battle Box.
Ah.
Hello, Tor.
Can anyone see it?
What?
Tommy is just in his own world.
I'm so excited for this event.
It's gonna be so good. Hopefully.
I don't know if we can
So-
top scuffed.
Is
But
there anything you're excited for in particular?
Meltdown, always.
Grid Runners.
Oh, I haven't seen the room.
Sorry.
Are we doing early standard time? Hold on. I think we might have. No, Grid
It's
Runner.
early
Grid
Grid
Runners.
Runners.
Okay. Okay,
That's a
fine.
good starter game.
I'm excited for the part of the event where it turns out the scuffed MCC was so scuffed that everything's still scuffed.
That has occurred in the test already. But it's fine. Because if it
I need to
happened in the
call for
test, then it
Dave.
won't happen.
I love that grid runners logo. That's nice.
God damn it! Where's my OBS settings gone?
All right, this first room is my favorite joke you guys have ever done in MCC. It might be the first funny
Oh, I've
thing.
just seen it. Oh,
you
that's
guys have ever
amazing.
done.
I love it. I love it. That is the
Not even
best
you,
thing.
though.
The best thing.
We've had this room before.
The name of the room is actually better than the,
Oh, is
than
it?
just the
Corn
joke
maze.
itself. Yeah.
I still love it.
I'm handing my resignation in.
No, don't leave. Al, don't leave
Oh,
me,
dear.
please.
It's maze
But,
with like an eye, you know?
Yeah, that's an original pun right there.
Corn.
I don't know. It sounds a little corny. Get out here, Shawnee.
I didn't even have to look to know who typed that.
Yeah, of course. Of course it was Shawnee.
Oh
No,
man.
Flamey, you're not taking Eloise's job. Not really quitting.
I mean, Eloise's job has a height limit, so.
Oh my god! Maybe I will, actually.
Oh no! I heard about this. Oh, he's so mean.
Let's see if any team does the gamer strategy for this room.
Don't tell them about the game.
I doubt they're gonna find
Yeah.
the gamer strategy.
Wait, I want to know what the gamer strategy is.
I don't know it.
I think we talked about it before. I think you know it.
Can you type it in chat?
No, maybe someone will find it. Someone is actually very close to it, but they're not fully thinking through their position.
Oh man!
Is it one where you can actually hop on top of the maze?
If you can find
No.
your up there, maybe it's possible.
Yeah, it sounds about
Not
right.
that.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
But where? Where would you do it?
Always.
How would you?
No, but
I don't know. Oh,
And Pink is still stuck in the maze.
Ah.
It's pink up too.
Hey Daniel, can you think of any reason why Nalan wouldn't be getting game music if his game music is turned up?
Did he turn it up after the game started?
So he would have had to have it on at the start to get it at all, right?
It should start
loop.
after the loop happens.
Okay, thank you.
And actually,
2 minutes.
so that bug, and Stefan, I know you hate this bug, right? Where you put the slider down to 0 and it stops the music.
what's a Minecraft thing?
Well, I wrote a patch for Noxesium in a future update that fixes that. So it no
Nice.
longer stops the music.
That's awesome.
So one day I'll push that fix and then you can turn off the music properly.
Well, I don't screw up with that anymore. So
It was mainly me who was, messing that one up.
was it?
Yeah,
I
I
thought
did
it
it
was
every,
always me.
I don't remember.
every time I went into Sands of Time, I had to change my resource pack. Because I have the dev version of the resource pack on pretty much all the time. So when I take that one off, it would kill the Sands of Time music for at least 2 minutes before the loop kicked in.
You know what team Nalan's supporting? Avon?
Sorry, what? I just unmuted.
Do you know what team Nalan's supporting?
I don't. Let me ask him real quick, because I want to know.
Yeah, we're gonna be biased then.
Oh god, not the. Why did we do the clown one again? I hate that fucking
It's
thing.
Well,
a good
fun
room.
fact, this room is one of the easiest rooms there is. It's
I hate that
much
build.
simpler
It's
than-
terrifying.
Fine.
It used to be like a last room in the course, and it's much easier than that, so that's why
Wow.
it's like fourth down.
He's
Every-
pulling for Aqua. Going for
Aqua,
Scar's
okay.
team.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh god, that
Great
sounds
team
horrible.
sport. I'm down for it.
So Daniel, though,
Yes.
is it technically a bug? Because right, wouldn't that mean you'd have to still load the music track into the client,
Yes.
despite the
It-
client being at 0 volume?
So that's basically fixed right now, where I still play the track even if it's at 0 volume, because it doesn't take that much performance away to be playing the track, and it only applies to music. It doesn't apply to like sound effects, because it makes a lot of sense to not do that for sound effects. I wanted to do it where I could play music at like a certain interval into the sounds, but that's a real like annoying thing to add with how Minecraft does sounds. So
Get a view of this next room. People are about to move on to it. Get on purple.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think I want to
What
see
is this?
pinks. You mean the art gallery?
No, the one
Ooh.
after the art gallery.
No, yeah, what is this?
Okay, we'll get there soon. I'm
Oh,
following
it's a
red.
maze. Okay.
I can't always see how pink's doing. Oh god, they're
Wait,
doing
have you
bad,
gotta get-
aren't they?
There's 3.
Yeah, they're currently.
You have to get
I mean,
3
they'll
of them?
do alright.
The Shadoon.
Have you seen what Amy's wearing?
Shadoon.
What is Amy?
What is Amy
Amy's
wearing?
wearing an inflatable shark costume that they can't move their arms in.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
The-
It's really good.
Oh man. This
amazing.
is like sort of Rube Goldberg machine going on.
What is this nonsense that you've done? What is this?
Seems fine. Ah. Oh, go on, go on.
Looks like my literal nightmare. Oh gosh.
Oh,
Oh, Martin.
Oh, I like this room a lot.
I hate
Cool.
it. I hate it.
Yeah, it seems fine when you've got the hang of it.
This. Oh my god. I'm kind of rooting for pink, obviously. 'cause it's
Emotional
like,
roller coaster. That's a perfect name for it.
yeah.
And that isn't the last one. What?
Someone has to stand on that one. Oh, they're not. Oh, they're not quick enough. Oh no, is that bugged?
no.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
they
not.
didn't
They just
step
did
on
it
it,
wrong.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did it wrong.
They just
There's
shouldn't
one-
have
So
stepped on
some
it.
of the plates might be red herrings.
Yeah.
How do they function?
Don't, Sylvie, stop standing on that one. Oh my god.
Purple ran
Okay.
onto it.
Okay. Oh my
Got it,
word.
got it.
Oh my word. That is.
That's unfortunate.
You have to stand on it. Well, yeah, you can just stand on it and it'll be open. So all three people have to walk up to it. Once they're done, they should be walking over to it. Yeah. And then that is. Yeah, that would be the final one. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, this.
It's not complicated.
Yeah.
You do need to
Yeah.
put the time into figuring it out.
No, don't stand. Oh my god, Shadoon.
Naturally, each attempt, you're
They
only
keep
gonna
getting
get
caught
closer.
out by the red herring one.
Oh, this is called emotional roller coaster.
In the next room, they have to craft a daylight detector, by the way.
That's. Oof. Woof.
Okay, they've
not
got
a-
it.
Not an easy
Quartz,
program.
isn't it?
They've got it. They've got it. Well done. Well done, team.
Okay, purple first plate.
By the way, can you turn off dev notifications for Stefan?
I did
Daniel.
at the start.
Sick.
You can stream
Make
mode
sure.
again to see what they have enabled. So
Make sure.
I should put it on my to-do list.
Man, this one's interesting.
And the pandas ripped that.
I mean, they were always going to. They're really good at that sort of stuff. That's had them really good for grid runners, so not surprised.
Everyone's on this last room. I mean, apart from people that finished. really down to survival skill, I think.
I think
Yeah.
everyone's actually going to finish as
Oh,
well.
it's
Getting free
finish.
sprints.
It
at
might.
the
I
same
feel it'll
time.
be alright. Got plenty of time.
I think Cyan are going to finish first. Oh no, one of them fell!
I mean, they're not because purple would finish.
Bazinga.
Oh, Lime got it. Lime were on the course at the same time. Tommy let him down.
Oh my god, Pink's not last. Oh wait, they could be. No, they're not. First timers, not last.
Nice. They got 8th as well.
Yeah, they snuck up
That
on
was a
position.
completion. Yeah.
I think the tab didn't even expect that. It didn't reorder them.
Tough one for Aqua.
Yeah, but yeah, early days.
Oh, what hamster fan are you? Are you?
Are you taking over
Are
the
you-
questions? Are you?
Yeah, are you Starfire all of a sudden? I enjoy Starfire's presence.
They're fun. They're really fun.
Wait, he's giving you presents?
They work together. Oh, okay. Okay.
Your dad humor is really coming through, Joe.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
I think Purple
The
gonna
best part about being a
sweep
dad
it.
is every joke is a dad joke. You can just say dad joke after any joke, and it's legit.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah, Purple have got this on lock. Look at that.
Bloody hell!
Man, Lucy, it's about time you watch an MCC. Jeez.
I mean, Purple's gonna win for sure.
Red.
Yeah, sure.
Look at the gap there in the emotional roller coaster. It's like 30 seconds between
Yeah, it's
first
ridiculous.
and third.
Madness.
Well, balancing wise, Purple has like they could win because Shane is just a really good player, and the balancing sheet doesn't really account for how good he could be at.
Yeah, that purple team's really solid.
It's Shane even got balanced with purple stats because the actual stats for Shane would absolutely like underrepresent him. So if he can, he can really pop off, and he could do really well. So
I know we're not supposed to root for people, but I am rooting for purple.
Who says we're not
Yeah,
supposed
who-
to root
Yeah,
for
where's that
people?
come
we've
from?
always been.
I mean, I'm community
We've said
manager.
that
I'm not
from
supposed
the
to root
start.
for people.
Yeah,
This
since
is-
MCC, we were gambling once, Noctis.
Yeah, yeah, we used to bet. I know.
Honestly, miss those days. I don't know
This,
if anybody
this
ever
gun
paid
kills
anybody,
me if I
did
choose
they?
people.
No, no one.
Only Stu. Stu paid someone, and that was it. I don't know. Maybe we all owe Stu some money somehow.
With interest.
There
No, you
wasn't
know
that one where
what?
we all
Let's
went
just
like
leave it as
3
is.
people won and like no one paid out? I can't remember.
Oh no, we're not gonna get an elevator joke because everyone's busy petting the petting fire.
Oh yeah, the elevator.
The elevator joke's good this time as well.
Well, tough.
That's
Tough,
such
innit?
a shame.
What a pity.
It's all about them Reddit leaderboards. It's really funny because Narlan's in there, the elevator.
Oh, Nolan.
He's trying to get it broke. He's trying to get it done.
We only need 20.
It looks
That's
like there's
quite a
20
lot.
people in there.
It does.
That 20 people.
There's somebody can't
people
count.
coming.
It looks like.
I think it's gonna get broken.
Need
Here
more
comes,
than
here
that.
comes a bunch. Here
Oh.
comes a bunch. Right
Oh.
now.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Oi! Oppo!
Oh.
Fire
There's
exit.
fire. Okay.
Unsafe elevators are no
No
laughing
laughing
matter.
Wait, what?
Oh God, fire!
What?
Oh, heavens!
It's
Safety
why?
it's the fire escape. I get it.
Safety ladder.
That's funny.
Gotcha.
Oh god, it's all parkour course. It's amazing.
I hate
Find
it.
your head. I'm going
Was
down
the
there.
I saw the safety ladder and the safety ledge. Was there a safety dance down there?
I'm
No.
breathing. I'm breathing.
How much longer is this go on for?
Yeah.
The whole time.
How long is this guy here for?
The whole time.
Yeah, but this elevator joke is one massive dad joke.
It's great.
Tommy is invisible.
Did you have any safe tea in there?
Stop it. No, that was not. That wasn't.
Oh, come on!
That wasn't good. That wasn't even
It
good.
was so
I
good.
couldn't
What
say
do you
safe
want?
TT because then I'd say.
I think he
never
just
mind.
needs to shift, no?
What,
I don't know
Tommy?
what's wrong with him.
I have
He's
no idea how to make
invisible.
Tommy visible.
He's disappeared.
He's just invisible. Somehow. He's managed it.
What?
So, like parkour tags, not next.
Well, in the hub.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Oh, warrior.
Yeah, go on. Hit us with the first question, hamster fan.
Do it then.
Could somebody remix the Decision Gnome? Pretty sure people have done that.
Yeah, they
God,
have.
how many times
been
have you
quite a few.
remixed it, Isaac?
Oh,
4?
yeah.
Yeah.
Could be 4, yeah.
I thought so.
Wait, is Tom still?
Yeah.
What is he? Why is his skin
he's
just like
visible.
full black?
He's been
What? What's happening here?
he's been calling himself the Dark Dog, I think, throughout the entire event as well. So something's going on.
Hamster Fan just asked, "What jobs do you have other than being part of Nox Crew?" It's our full-time job.
Is anyone here working a bar as
Oh,
well?
yeah.
On the side, just me.
Yeah, just.
I remember when you worked doing that. That was fun.
No, it wasn't.
It was fun for us.
Yeah, this is our full-time jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I used to work at Curry's. That's
I
fun.
was training to be a nurse.
I used to
I
work
was
for the
actually going to help.
government.
Yeah, we were actually going to
The
be productive
government, wow,
members.
what a place to be.
I was writing maritime anti-terrorism.
Yeah, you had
legislation.
exciting jobs.
Like,
We-
I
It's
we
like,
were
this is the
talking
government
about
sorry,
it.
this sounds really bad.
Tell us something interesting next time, Eloise. God.
well, I know government secrets, mate. What do you want? Like,
Yeah, seen it.
Ooh, I think Tommy's racing for the tower.
watching
Why?
people
Skipping
go
the
through
side.
the easy path
I
is
mean-
like watching people at London Euston when they announce the train. And they all
But-
just move in a big pack.
Tommy's confident he can do the tower in like 6 minutes. Just rush him there.
Okay.
Could be
yeah,
a realistic strategy.
No, he's not.
He's
He's
not.
just skipped the first side branch.
Oh,
apparently.
okay. Well,
Uh,
never mind then.
It's too simple for him. He needs some challenge.
kind of cool, I guess.
There are some wonderful obstacles in this course.
There's
gone
some
back.
evil
Well,
obstacles
happy.
in this course.
Nah,
I hate them.
it's not easy.
Ah, there it is.
Does it equate like if you just run straight to the end and then do the hard ending? Is that like
Well,
viable?
If your
it
teammates
is
are good.
if your teammates are doing the side paths. If they're not doing the side path, then it's not worthwhile at all. Because you need a good basis of side path coins to multiply in the first place.
Right.
There's a balancing sort of act, but at a certain point, it would be more lucrative to get that multiplier.
Oh.
It's really cool, like looking at Parkour Warrior from afar, and just like seeing all the
Better than playing
get
it.
them all.
No, I'm kidding. I enjoy this. I played the old one. yesterday on the practice server,
Oh, yeah.
and it's come a long way. The game's a lot more fun now.
Yeah, I was in Parkour Warrior on the practice server today for I think 82 minutes, and I hated it. Hated it. I think I was on 6-1 getting stuck, the one with like the 2x1 block holes that you have to jump through. Just awful.
It started to get really hard though. Everybody was just practicing it so much.
Yeah.
Parkour Warriors on open beta launch. So as soon as open beta launches, you've got Parkour Warrior, and it has like 2.1 game modes as a part of the Parkour Warrior package. That's the
Wait,
best
when
way
did
I would
you change
describe
it to being on at
It's
launch?
sort of like 2.5.
Well, it's complicated. Half of it comes with open beta. Sort of. Yeah, Parkour Warrior comes as like 2 different game modes. 2.1.
It's just like one game mode we kind of do twice for a reason, obviously.
Yeah. The main game mode, you're playing courses like this. You can just like do it in your own time. You're not racing anyone. You can if you want to, but you're not. The other one, the other game mode is the competitive game mode where you're racing people, but it's different. It's different, and I think better in like for a server environment.
It's really fun. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's sweaty.
And
Horrible.
it feels like a game you can keep playing and getting new experiences out of, you know.
Doctors and I have a bad time with it.
Yes, we do.
Because you're not real gamers.
Yeah.
You're
not-
Whoa.
If you're
Yeah,
not into
fair enough,
parkour,
it's
you're
true.
probably not going to.
Hey, I chose violence today.
You don't want me to choose violence.
Yeah, my favorite obstacle is, I'll fly to it in a sec. This one is my favorite obstacle. Slippery discs. And it's
Is that because
because
you misread it?
and it's because when the title comes up on your screen when you're doing it, your brain misreads it.
Kind of makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I slipped a disc today, and I just don't want to think about it anymore.
It's because you're focusing on the parkour, you know? Docksite, please refrain from your mind. Alright, Hamster, have you got any other, got another question? I'll give
Or
you.
anyone else?
I'll give you one more.
Oh, just one.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe 2 more. Maybe 3. We'll see. We'll see.
This obstacle where the like holes come at you is, I think, the best moving things obstacle in the game.
Which one?
The one with like the brownish blocks.
Oh,
Where the hole
Starfire's
is
coming
moving
an hour
forward at you.
later. Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I
Hamster.
think
Was
it's
that
the weight, Rich.
Hamster? Was that a question? I didn't.
That's where Cubfan is right now,
Then it seems to be a question mark.
in Amesy.
Ah, yeah, it's a fun one.
I think it's the best like moving obstacle one because it's like predictable regardless of your connection. I feel. I don't know. It's just good. I like it.
Shane is booking it straight for the
Oh,
hard
here we
pass.
go. Yeah. Here he goes.
There we go.
Go on, Shane.
Go on, Shane.
Ooh.
Go on,
What?
lad. Go on, lads. All right.
First time. Oh.
Oh.
He went with the just keep jumping and hope there's a platform strategy.
Who are you watching?
Shame.
Fire breath.
Shame.
Fire breath.
He's
oh,
on the hard
right,
ending.
he's going
yeah.
for the hard. Wow, okay. Hamster asks,
Oh, he's doing it.
partially
Oh,
on
your
break
God, he's
because I'm
doing
not
it.
even home.
Oh, bud.
That's cruel.
You don't
Why
take
do
a
put
break
on there?
from grammar.
Because someday grammar won't be around anymore, and then.
Come on, you know how to do it now.
Got it, you
Oh,
got it,
no.
you got it.
Oh.
Come on, Shane, you got it.
Without grammar, we'd never have Frasier.
There were some redditors
Oh,
that
it's
were
fine, we're gonna do it instead. Nah,
some
alright,
redditors
no.
posted
And no.
like the salmon letter, and they were like, "Oh, it's easy now," but they're
look.
underestimating the timing obstacle.
Yeah.
Not that easy.
There we go.
Oh,
One on the
it's in it.
tower.
Go on,
One
go
on
on.
the tower.
Go
Here
for
we
the
go.
tower.
He's got a good
2
amount of
minutes.
time.
He's got this.
The
And
tower's
there's
There's
is there
so
a
many
lot point?
people attempting
tense.
it. There's a lot of people here.
Oh my god, if
A lot of
Firebreath
people
actually
heard,
gets
oh, it's
it,
easier.
that is big points.
Does that
Come
count as a
on, push
checkpoint
it.
before the tower?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
You, okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
I didn't know how risky it is.
people
I
on the
wanted to
tower.
understand the risk fully.
Oh,
You know?
CPK.
Oh, Callum, go on,
Oh,
Callum.
he's
Oh!
dropping!
It's a whole different thing when you're doing it on the event, though.
Very different matter.
Oh, I can't wait for the 30 seconds, like, to see
Ah.
who teleports. I mean,
I
very
don't think any of
interesting.
them are. That extra time they can complete it. I think they'd risk it.
Oh, Tommy must have taken
Oh.
it easy mode.
Oh,
You can see medium on the left. If
go
you
on,
take a wide
is
Oh,
that
go
Turbo
on.
going for it? Go on,
No,
Turbo.
it's Callum. Go on, Callum.
Turbo's on the timing. He's getting close.
Interesting how Shane
Go on,
was
Callum.
like,
No,
one of the-
I think
Callum,
CPK's
go.
about to finish.
Oh
He is, he's
my
gotta do it, he's
word!
gotta do it, he's
Go
gotta
on!
do it.
No,
No
go
way.
on!
Go on, Callum.
Yes!
Get it.
Oh, no way.
Nice.
Well done.
What? And Firebreath man didn't do it.
Back down.
Turbo might do it. Though.
Damn.
That's incredible. Oh my days.
Go on, Turbo.
He's
gotta
lost
make
the
all the
scroll.
scrolls
He has to do
screen
it
right
now.
now.
There's no.
Yeah.
This is it.
They got overtime. Oh, and I don't know if they're prepared.
A few people quickly doing easy. Tabo has only like a few attempts though.
Come on, Turbo, you got this. Nah.
I don't.
Come on, Turbo.
And he's got the consistency of the.
Ah, come on.
Oh, this is his last life.
Come on, you got it. You got
If
it.
he drops here, it's
You
over.
gotta do it. You gotta do it in one.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
You gotta go fast now, though.
no.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
Medium path, though.
Yeah,
Sapnap's gonna finish
No, that was
medium.
it.
He's
He
in
lost.
overtime.
Yeah.
He's down. Impulse.
Where
Only 2
Michael
people
Impulse?
haven't completed.
Michael's
Oh, they're
at the start.
Oh
of
god,
medium.
Impulse. Why are you back here?
Oh no.
No. Oh,
Where was
man.
I'll be
Impulse?
interested to see
Oh my
how
He
word.
was,
much.
he was back here.
Oh
Oh,
my
so
word.
Far.
How much of a boost is
Impulse.
Cyan gonna get though off CPK finishing? at the
I
top?
think he's gonna get a big one. That.
If they got enough side paths. And yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You can see the multiplier steadily increasing here
How did Purple get 3 easy, 1 medium?
because Shane.
Oh!
Oh no, sorry, that was
That's
a
a
dumb
good
question. That was a dumb question.
Damn.
They didn't get nearly as many medals as yellow, but they got a really good
Jesus.
multiplier.
Right to the top.
Cyan.
Absolutely boshed it.
And it is possible.
Oh, but look at
have-
fruit. Go on, fruit.
It's possible to have all 4 players finish that tower if they're all good enough.
Hmm.
So it could get wacky.
Thanks for the commentary there, Tom.
I'm just saying, it's 0. It's plus
Thanks,
some,
0.8.
thanks.
some really high quality analysis, Tom.
It's plus 0.8 for every player that finishes that hard tower. You could have what? Plus
That is a highlight, by the way.
plus
Yeah.
Love
3.2
it.
times the amount of
Coins.
coins.
Coins are more
That's
balanced
crazy.
this time. I'm quite happy with that.
Can every admin quickly reconnect when we get back to the hub?
Yes, boss.
Okay.
Okay.
That's menacing.
They're very menacing.
What's
Just either
We're in
reconnect or don't disconnect.
We're in trouble.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I. Okay.
I reconnected.
Yeah.
What are you
Why?
up to, Daniel?
Yeah, what's
What are
going
you
on?
doing? What are you doing?
He's
It's
pulling a
just,
prank on us.
It's to explain it in like the most non-deaf way possible. It's like there's a fence around the server now, and we had an issue where it like hit a limit, so we had to reset it. So you just need to be like you need to rejoin so you get added to the list again of like okay, you're allowed through. Other participants are automatically added with admins aren't, so you need to. That's why you need to rejoin.
Right.
Is
right.
nailing all right?
Jojo's
You can
gonna
also
finish.
just stay online, like Eloise is
Uh,
trying to do right now. Then you don't need to.
You did just say that. Just am I allowed to do that, right?
If you get kicked, you can't reconnect.
Oh fuck.
That's why it's. important. You can
Maybe I
talk
don't want to
fake.
reconnect.
Well, at the
I think it's a
Maybe just
stupid
don't want
bet
it.
anyway.
Okay, should be good.
Right.
Cool.
About 20 minutes ago, Hamster Fan asked, "What is your favorite MCC game?"
Meltdown.
Yep.
Answer time.
Meltdown. Come on, guys. There's like 7 people here. Answer. Answer for yourself.
I
How
don't want to
dare
throw
you
my
not
hat.
answer?
Don't want to throw my hat in the ring.
I don't think it's contentious to like one game over the other. Unless you like build more and then people will like murder. you.
Yeah.
Just commit to an opinion. Come on.
I like Meltdown.
Yes.
Following the crowd, I see how it is.
There
That's
we go.
alright.
Hamster, it sounds like it's Meltdown. Meltdown's winning.
Oh yeah.
Meltdown's a winner.
It's the newest game. No, it's not even the newest. Well,
It has really good highlights, which is why I like
It is really. Parkour doesn't really
It's
count.
yeah, the newest brand.
Because at the end of the day, it is just parkour. There's
I really
Like,
like
really-
Parkour Warrior though.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Puns is coping pretty hard right now.
Oh, poor Punt.
So about just letting the fox live its best life. It's not doing anything. It's just standing there.
Ooh, sense of time early.
Alright.
No, maybe not. Ooh,
The
well done.
chickens don't like it.
Is it a draw?
Let's try.
No, it is Sands of Time, I think.
Yeah, it's sense of time, isn't it? Yeah.
By one vote.
Ooh.
Early Sands of Time.
It's good to have an
Didn't
original,
expect
you
to
know?
see it, but
I
that's cool.
think this might be the first one ever to be early.
No, we have.
No, we
already
had
No,
one
we've had
quite
we've had some
recently.
early ones.
before.
A few MCCs ago.
It's just good to give them the opportunity to start doing early slots, you know?
This is why I don't put in insightful commentary, by the way, because I'm usually wrong. I'll just stick to sort of like platitudes. Things
Who are we
everyone-
following? Who's good?
I'm
gonna
going to
we're
follow
following
Shadoon
yeah.
because it's his first time.
That's a good
There you go.
one.
I want
They
to...
might sank it.
They'll probably have him in the hub.
I don't know
Before
because
they
Amy
send
Oh,
likes
what
to
I
sank
heard.
Don't commit to it.
What I
Don't
heard...
commit.
I heard Tom go, they might sank him. I thought like...
That sounds
It
rude.
was like,
Tom, why
yeah.
would you
Wow.
say
Yeah.
It
that?
was like sunk, you know, to sink him or something.
Damn.
Yeah,
Drown him in the water and the horribles.
Yeah, it's getting sanked.
can't believe his teammates
getting
would do that
sanked.
to him. That's
Hey
so-
Daniel, is there any reason we can't have Nolan in spectator mode for this game, or that you can think of?
Pretty sure we can.
Yeah, you can get what's free him.
I think it was old
Okay.
sense of time where it's a problem.
Can
Not-
see
not
all the
now.
way outside the map though, and it
Even
looks
then-
really ugly.
He can deal with
That's
Yeah,
part
that's
of the
fine.
fun. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if he wants
Yeah.
me to.
Arguably,
Ooh.
Game Mode 3 has the less ability to interfere with the game, but also all the issues we had in the past with like interfering are fixed nowadays. So
Quick
one issue
question:
we had
Did
was
that
physical.
gigantic thunder blast come through my microphone at the end of that last push to talk, or no?
No.
It was
Joe, you can just call them
ridiculous.
farts. We don't need
Yeah,
to.
so
I wish
Yeah.
it was. I
was
mean,
gonna make
honestly,
that
if
joke.
it was, I'd be proud of myself. And like, my dog came running into the room, like that would have been unusual.
Oh, they're doing the few blue. Blue.
can't believe they all rushed the blue file. So uninspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Amy's playing Sand Daddy again.
And Daddy.
Yeah. What's the official name?
I guess it is.
It's whatever you call it. So this seed is interesting where the faults are, because it should be easy. We ran it with like a few testers, and I think every team that played that test got all faults. So you can definitely get them all. I don't think the creators will get them, but they should be able to get 2 out of 4. Like 2 of them are pretty gettable. The other 2 really require you to explore a branch very thoroughly. So if you happen to send someone into that branch that goes really deep, though, they might find it. But the other 2
Backing out that one. Someone's gone down this path. Should've.
The first puzzle solver. Pump's already with gold. Gold is really far in, so
Whoa.
that's impressive.
That's a lot of time
Okay,
to
gold
find
with
the
the blue
vault
fault
as well.
already.
That's like really early. Yeah.
So the blue fault is the one that's the easiest to get out of all 4. It's pretty much in front of you the moment you find the branch.
Ah,
You can see the door of the vault from the starting area, which are fun.
that's friendly.
It's fun for them to get like a vault that's a bit easier this time.
Yes. Sometimes an easier sense of time is nice.
It's
They're usually really hard.
yeah, we had a different seed earlier, but it broke because of a last minute change, which had I think the gold vault visible through like a wall somewhere. So I kind of wanted to honor that by
Oh,
having another vault visible.
That's a pretty, yeah, that's good.
This one has an interesting gold branch. So purple already also got gold, so they might have good luck, and they might find the golden vault. And green is really well hidden.
Oh, Pete. I think it's been a while since we got a golden vault complete. Isn't it?
I agree with chat on the music of Meltdown.
What are they saying about it?
It's incredibly tense, you know.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Not really a track you want to listen to. It's kind of really meant to make the game more tense and dramatic. Oh, there it is. Purple golden vault.
Ooh.
So now that someone's found the golden vault, the fun fact about the gold key in this one is they're both in the same branch. So the gold vault branch has the gold key, but the gold key is on the very left of it, and the gold vault's on the very right of it. So it shows that most of them probably took a left at the first turn because they found the key first. But if you're really thorough as the gold vault keeper or the vault finder, you should be able to get both of them. But it's a really big branch, so it's quite difficult.
What is this? I've never watched a Minecraft stream before.
Well,
What an odd start.
we've got to explain Minecraft and then also this.
And also, how'd you get here, of all
Yeah, of all
places, for your
things.
first Minecraft stream?
I'll presume that it
compared to,
might
like,
be.
the other
Alright, if it is a legit question, maybe, you know,
Hi, welcome to
how do we
Minecraft.
explain?
Yeah, I don't really know what to do here.
Well, so there's these blocks everywhere, right?
You're
Do you,
watching,
do you know what
You're
you're
Legos
watching a
are?
live. No, look, you're watching a live Minecraft tournament with 40 different like Minecraft streamers all going up against each other as 10 different teams. And we've got the overall perspective, kind of, but kind of not, of it. So we're sort of behind the scenes. Cool. I think that's a. There you go. I hope it helped.
Basically, the way you play Minecraft.
Let me know if that was
is-
a good explanation.
The way you play Minecraft is there's two teams. There's one terrorists and counter-terrorists. The terrorists have to,
God's sake.
terrorists have to plant the bomb on a bomb site. The counter-terrorists have to defuse the bomb after it's planted. And then you play
And you do
6
exactly that for 35 years, and then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
make a new version of the same game, but it has volumetric smoke.
Yeah, basically. And it's
Wow.
still hits.
The smoke looks cool though.
It does
Smoke
look
cool.
You can't deny it.
Hey, what smoke do we have?
I mean, we have like
It's like
free
smoke
explosion
particles.
particles.
Sorry to disrupt,
That's
but
great.
the sands of time, like,
It's a
puns that are happening in chat are getting more and more tenuous the more I look at them. What is this?
AimQ. So if you actually go back on the Minecraft category, you can find the streams of all the players that are currently in the tournament.
Excuse you, Stefan.
Or you can go to MCC Live.
There it is.
Or you can get.
Ah!
I'm gonna
He's got two
interrupt
Ravagers
this
on him.
memery by explaining how incredibly cool of a strategy Yellow is doing, where Purple and Enforced are working together and going into the same range, and they're like rushing stuff. So they've already got Gold Vault and Red Vault, and they're about to open Blue Vault as well.
Nice.
They're gonna be lacking sand here now.
Yes, and that way, I don't think this strategy is going to get the Green Vault, because that one is really, really far away.
Oh, Pete just opened gold. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pete
like
and
Daniel
Purple.
saying memery just killed me, but that was one of the funniest things.
I mean, I think Shadoon's doing alright.
He did survive 2 Ravagers being on him, but he also unleashed those Ravagers, so it's kind of a mixed bag.
He opened
He's
blue.
also
Hey, if you're
not-
getting coins, then
He's
Fair
also
enough.
not hit the Blue Vault yet. It's
oops,
right,
okay, gold too.
right near him.
3 gold vaults.
You guys need to get like a Ravager pinata boss in Sans that like every time you hit it, it showers out coins, so people like get paid for fighting it.
I like that
Oh, Sylvie
little,
got green.
you know that little coin purse you find in Mario games?
Yeah.
And you dig him up and you kick him and he drops coins.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's abusive.
I like the
I
idea.
It's like a horrible little creature that you just kick and it gives you money.
I like the idea of the Ravager pinata. It's almost like a jump scare in Sans of Time.
Hi!
Or just like
Jojo's also got green. I
the
think
ones for Fortnite.
they're about reaching the depth necessary to find the green key, which is good.
Dude, you missed the sand, dude!
Sylvie is missing a lot of sand though.
It is vibing.
I mean, cool.
Don't need
but
all the
still.
sand. Get like it's half of it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, the green key is like 2 kilometers deep in the dungeon. It's the very edge.
That's
Well,
a
the golden
statistic
vault.
for Sans of
What
Time
was
I
your-
didn't know we needed as distance travel.
I was gonna track
Amsterdam,
distance
what was your
travel
last
in a bunch of
question?
games, but it's
'Cause-
really hard.
We answered the favourite games.
You can't just pull it from vanilla Minecraft? I don't know anything, I'm
Kinda.
actually curious.
Oh,
We
least
kind of
favourite game.
ignored the vanilla statistic system.
I love how they did the parkour, realised there's nothing at the end of it and just looked dejected.
Aww.
It stopped for a full second and thought about what they just did.
Ooh.
Got to do it to get out though.
Hamster fans asking for least favourite game.
Parkour tag.
Um,
I find it really boring to
I mean,
highlight. I can't deal
I
with
might
it.
agree
Build
with you
Mart.
on that one, to be honest.
probably Build Mart, yeah.
Parkour, actually, yeah, Parkour Tag, it like brings together my 2 least favourite elements, and that is being chased and parkour. And so it's
What?
everything I could hate, really.
Sorry, what? Being chased?
Yeah, I don't enjoy that.
What's happened in your life?
Oh, it's just human fight or flight, isn't it?
I mean, we're women,
Wait,
so
I
you
used to
know.
get chased by yeah,
Is it
that
just
as
as-
well. Yeah.
You live in like a rough area or something?
No,
I
it's just,
grew up
in
it's just
a
the
nice
existence of the female race, mate.
Yeah, Stefan, imagine for a second if instead of doing the chasing, you were the one being chased.
I just. I just get an abnormal level of stress during games like
Yeah.
hide and seek or anything where there's like chase. It's like the fight or flight, like survival instinct really kicks in, even though I'm under no danger. And turns out, Minecraft will do the same. So
Do not give.
can't stand parkour tag.
Least favorite game to play for me, any form of skyblock or sky battle type of thing where
Ooh,
I
yeah.
have to bridge and not fall off
To be
and I don't
honest.
get to respawn. I just
I think
too old, man.
I probably just like Sky Battle more than Build Mart. I can just never really survive in Sky Battle. I barely get to play the game. But at least Build Mart, you get to play if
Yeah.
you're not.
I really
so good
like
at it.
watching Sky Battle. I'm just
Yeah,
half of
watching
my
it.
enjoyment is the fact that I'm not the one playing it.
Just thinking about, I would almost say Parkour Mario. I really like it as a design. I just am not good enough at parkour. Since the existence of like even MC1 Parkour Mario, I've always done the exact same obstacles every single time, because there's just a hard limit to how good I am at parkour. But everything that I can do pretty quickly. So I just finished the whole course in 8 minutes, and I don't really feel like spending the extra 2 minutes just doing something I can't do anyway.
Dude's got really unlucky with these.
I just looked at this. Cyan and Red are already out.
Oh,
Or trapped. What's happened?
they're out. They all got out successfully. No one's in the cage
Okay.
yet.
It still feels like there's a lot of time to go, so that
How much do you
feels
think?
early.
How much do you think Shadoon's been like, practicing? Not practicing.
He was
but-
streaming last night. He was doing practice. on
Oh, is he
Island.
practicing last night? That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think he's watched Sands of Time videos?
Probably. I think that's
Oh, but
the prime thing to do in like a practice stream
Please
for the
help.
day with the team.
I don't know how H-Bomb does it.
What? Watch Sands of
Yeah,
Time.
go back and watch all these like VODs.
I love
Like-
what. Honestly,
Pod
watching
review's
Sands
a
of
big
Time
thing
on
in the community,
Sunday
man.
with H-Bomb reviewing it is probably my
If you-
favourite bit of each event. To be honest,
you-
I
if you're
really
playing-
enjoy those streams.
If you're playing, isn't it like doing homework, like voluntarily? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah,
But
Well,
you know,
sure.
there's
Yeah.
certain subjects which you love and you do anyway.
It's why some people
Yeah, history.
appreciate the ace
Speak for yourself.
because it stops the.
I used to do math
Yeah,
tests
how
for
dare
fun.
you
I
enjoy
used
what
to
you
read
do
his-
for
I used to
work?
read history books like after history class. I love that shit.
You're not supposed
No.
to enjoy your work.
How dare you enjoy these things?
Oranges leave.
What's on that?
Oh, orange berry.
Red, yellow, orange.
Oh,
Ooh.
Shadoon's in a spot of trouble.
What?
Hey,
No.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
sugar.
What are you doing?
What, did you just spill a
I
bunch
was-
of sugar?
chill out a
So-
bit, yeah?
I just
was
wanted
really
to get some
aggressive.
sunflower seeds.
You're eating sunflower
Are
seeds
you
right now.
handsome
Yeah.
all
How
of a
did it
sudden?
make
What
that
the
much
hell?
noise?
I don't know.
Sunflower seeds.
It was away from the microphone.
It
That's so
really
small.
wasn't, dude. Jeez.
Well, it was in a bag.
What is that?
What,
I
does
used
no one
to
else just eat sunflower seed? Just like the crack the little shells.
I mean, I like sunflower seeds, but I've never made that much noise eating them.
I used to eat sesame seeds off the top of buns.
What else?
Where did
You're
you
like
go?
hot. You're across
Sorry,
the room.
it's because I'm
In a
facing away
bathroom.
from my mic. 'Cause I was doing something.
Stefan, you've also you're glitching
Still
out in the
in
portal, by the way.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
giving
I
the
know.
worst streaming experience
I'm
possible.
busy. I can't actually.
No,
Why
it's
can't I?
okay.
This last,
All right,
this
there
last
you
2
go.
minutes has been a
Okay.
shambles.
Go on, Greg.
I didn't realize sunflower seeds are in shells.
What?
Yeah,
What, they're not?
shrimp. They're like shrimp.
They're not like shrimp.
They're like
Bob.
all sorts of seeds. They're like
Shrimp,
pistachios.
shrimp.
Google it. They're like a
Are you
little
thought-
black.
are you-
Oh my
Are
god.
they?
I thought. Are you thinking of?
Have you ever seen a
Pistachios.
sunflower?
Yeah.
Do you
but,
know the
like, I don't
middle
know, I
of
just
the
thought-
sunflower is like this black thing?
You
Yeah,
have to
but I
break
didn't-
them out of those to Benny.
Yeah, you crack those open, but there's seeds inside. They're like
okay,
things
yeah.
inside,
So
dude.
when I was like a Serbian farm
So-
boy, right, we used to go out. This is not even a joke, by the way.
It's
Farm
sound
boy,
funny when
yeah.
you say
I was a
that.
Serbian farm boy. Okay, I have pictures to prove this if anyone ever wants to, check my history. But we used to go out into the fields and like get the sunflowers when they were ready, and then like peel out. Well, you wouldn't peel them. You sort of like rub your hand across the sunflower, and they would just all pop out. And then
Yeah,
you could
but
just
don't
sit there eating them all day.
Don't you need to dry sunflower seeds before you eat them?
Not
So
really.
my brain. So I used to
User
have a
joined your
hamster,
channel.
and we'd feed it the ones that are in the black and white little.
Yeah, that's the
casings.
shells.
And
yeah.
I have also eaten sunflower seeds normally, and for some reason my brain just did not put together that despite the fact that they are the same thing, that they are in fact the same thing.
Oh, dude.
Well, I suppose it's because I don't know, I was 8 when I had a hamster, and then I've never seen them in a casing since. So
I'm just gonna quickly interrupt the sunflower enthusiasm to note that we've missed that Green Team has done the first ever 4-fault sweep,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
managed to get all of
yeah.
them and leave.
Nice.
We've seen a team get all 4 before, but they got locked in. So the first 4 faults and make it out alive.
Okay, that has gone down into the highlights.
Yellow has sneakily gotten second in the first 3 games to take the lead.
Yeah, and it's great how Green got like 200 more than Yellow, despite getting a fault more than Yellow. Because Yellow just did a lot of exploration, really.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when we tested this earlier, we got like 6k. The sense of time has a lot of optimization left to be done.
Oh yeah.
Anyone nearly finished that fire escape parkour?
You can kind of
Oh,
I've
cheat.
tried, but-
Cubfan's done it.
Go on, Cap! Yeah, come.
Okay, I
You can
haven't
use the lava to get back up in the middle.
I haven't really got a Serbian farm boy picture without me topless in it, and that would be inappropriate.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't
that
really
is-
want to blind the audience.
Is
dude.
that from the calendar? You got 12 of those.
Because it was so hot out there, you just don't wear shirts,
Why are we
I
not
mean,
doing
that's
that
such a
as
bloke
merch?
thing to
Like,
say.
actual question.
Sorry, Joe?
Why are we not doing that calendar as merch? Like, actual question.
No, is it a Nox Crew product?
Yeah, no one wants to
It's
sing
just a
off
Stefan Panic
like that.
product.
Is it a solo
Yeah.
adventure?
I think it is. I don't think the Nox Crew can take credit.
Oh no, we could fly out there for a week and
Tom, do you know what I've
What's
just
the fun?
realised? You did the tweet, the audience blockout tweet for the first MCC back this time round.
yeah.
Where are my emojis, pal?
Oh yeah, that was a crisis without you. I said to you like on the
I
Friday,
think you did
I've got
actually,
this.
to be fair. I've just clocked it again.
I was like, oh, I've got this, Eloise. Like, it's gonna be fine.
She
And then I
doesn't
went to
show up
post
for
it.
work, and then she's complaining to you about doing her job.
Yeah.
I went to post it, and Twitter wouldn't let me post it. Like I pressed send
Oh yeah,
tweet.
no, yeah, I remember you saying. I had a problem yesterday where Twitter wouldn't let me use emojis. Just Twitter.
Yeah.
Worked everywhere else. Twitter
You have to
wasn't
pay
letting me
extra
use
for that
emojis.
feature now.
Oh
didn't
my
you?
God,
genuinely
what has the
was
world come
thinking
to?
that was going to happen. So
That would actually be funny.
That is the
It'd be so
equivalent.
bad, it'd be funny.
Not being able to use emojis in a tweet is the equivalent of apocalypse.
Ugh,
that is true. yeah.
horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
That's actually what The Last of Us were about. It was the sub story.
Life was simpler before emojis.
It was the emojis.
It's
the
the
emojis.
emojis.
Everyone says it's about the zombies, but it's actually about the human nature. You know?
Emojis.
Not letting
Emojis
people
never
use
changes.
emojis.
It was about the things that humans can no longer do.
The zombies did a bit of damage, but the fact humans didn't have emojis anymore because there are no iPhones, that's what caused all the buildings to fall down in Last of Us.
Yeah. Well, it was the outbreak happened at the emoji factory, right?
It
Like,
did, yeah.
In Jakarta, it was just some girl bit another girl in the ankle, and then no more emojis get made.
And then it was like you know when you see those things where it's like someone in a factory like writes, "Help, I'm stuck in a factory." But it was
Yeah.
an
Love
emoji
when
of.
someone in a factory writes "Help, I'm stuck in a factory."
Have you never heard those stories?
I don't
No, I have to be fair. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
like,
I
really
love that
dark.
stuff.
you get a
It's
birthday card from
horrifying, isn't
Gran.
it?
It's like,
It's
"Oh, help, I'm
actually
stuck in a
horrible.
birthday card factory." Yeah.
Help, I'm stuck in the old folks' home.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's not,
Jesus.
Can't do that. That's amazing.
Right, I'm gonna try. Oh, did I get him?
It's like that, but it's just an emoji of a girl getting bitten on the leg to tell
Come on,
everyone what's
Scar, you
happening.
got this. Go.
Scar just kind of took a
Yeah,
moment.
Scar just stopped. I'm like,
He just
Scar,
took a
you
moment to
right?
take it in. Maybe Jelly interrupted him.
Funny because turtles can't run.
That's what you
Yeah,
think.
It's just they do it slowly.
Well, have you tried chasing one? Because I chase them all the time.
I mean, they've got eyes on the
They're
side of
bloody
their head.
fast, I'll tell you that.
If you got eyes on the side of your head, you're prey. If on the front, you're a predator.
Oh, that's true.
It was just loads of...
What if turtles just don't have sides? They have two fronts of their head.
There were a lot of turtles on the Serbian farm.
Were there? You ever
What's
scoop
crazy
one
is
out?
you could just make things up. It would probably
You were a
be
Serbian
easier.
turtle farmer, were you?
You ever,
How are we
you ever
gonna
scoop
fact
one out and drink from it like a coconut? Like, no?
What?
Nah, ignore that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move the
trying to get
subject along. To comment on, I love when different theories people came up with how the alternate routes were gonna work. Some people really could not understand the concept of Stefan filming the back of the wall. They really didn't get it. They were looking at the wall being like, where's
Yeah,
the
I
route?
couldn't-
Where do I walk?
I miserably failed on that bit of the update video.
I don't think you failed. I think people
No,
just
it's better
misunderstood.
It was like really hard to actually present what the hell that meant without drawing some diagram or something else. Just like, nah, I ain't got time for this.
People figured out as they go. But also, we specifically went with the system where we just kind of force you to take the paths. Like, we don't let you choose. Because it's, well, for starters, it's much clearer. Like, it's much clearer for new players where to go. And also, this path's way longer. It would make it useless.
Illuminous miles ahead.
Go on, Luna.
Yeah, do you guys never go down to the creek when you were a kid and catch turtles with your friends? Is that-
No, because
No.
I lived in the
No.
north of England and we don't have those.
That's more of a
here.
down south thing, you're right?
Yeah.
My brother once went down to the creek and decided to ride his bike into it.
Yes, that's about right.
I found a seal in the River Thames once.
What?
What?
Oh, that's such a southern thing.
A dead seal.
Oh,
Hopefully this
I
stick.
can't believe this. I actually got bait on rail trap.
What?
What?
I'm running through the Ace Race course because I just want to. And there's a bit where you go up and there's a little like speed pad and there's railway tracks that go off to the side and I just automatically followed it. It goes into a wall.
No, that's
Oldest
the
trick
old
in the
route.
book.
This is why you didn't make it as an MCC contestant. You know that, right?
Wow.
Because I joined the company.
That's the Wile E. Coyote method. You just got up by the roadrunner, painting like a fake wall on the side of a canyon. And you ran straight into it. Oh, Lumina's trying a little skip here, but they're getting overtaken while it's. Oh,
Oh, I can see why you did that then. Yeah, that's funny.
Lumina's so far ahead. Not even close.
If you adapt well to
Yeah,
the,
it really
the new
is.
route.
Jeez.
Although the lap itself was basically the same as Canada and Frost. He just had a much better first lap.
Yeah, he spent ages trying to get skip. But he did get skip, so I guess he did save some time. No one's figured out the optimal path yet, which usually happens like by the end of the first time it gets played. Unfortunately,
Yeah, then it's gonna get uploaded on YouTube.
it's
So it's
uploaded
gonna
on
change
YouTube.
again.
Gets 1 million views, everyone sees it, and then we have to redesign the whole thing.
I think we should just keep making so many confusing edits that no one can keep like a good explanation going. So even if they make a video with other routes, it's just incoherent because it's so complicated and convoluted.
Just introduce
We-
bugs.
What if we secretly
Good stuff.
uploaded like 8 videos of different routes claiming that they are the fastest route, but people didn't know which one was true?
Well,
Classic with a gas line.
well, there's one massive flaw to that.
Yeah.
we have to make it.
Oh,
Oh,
CPK is going a different direction. Will this benefit him? Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Just the concept of people being able to watch a YouTube video side by side and not know which one was faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really an opinionated
God
thing,
damn,
is it?
Illuminate is so quick.
No, just
It-
like walk slower.
There's ways around it. You could like stretch the video out ever so slightly, so it's really hard to see.
Oh,
You know
you're
they do
right.
that.
You know, that'd be
As long
do
as there's
that.
no in-game timer,
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
you can you can stretch them so they're all the same speed.
They do that in America with episodes of Friends, so they can fit more ads in. Do you know that?
What?
They play
Yeah,
them
no,
at,
they,
like,
they speed. It's
one-
not just Friends. It's everything. Like you can
Everything.
hear it in the music, like
Yeah.
in intros of shows and stuff that are in syndication. They speed everything up just by like 5 or 10%.
It's spooky to watch.
That's
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
it feels so off.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that at all. I never knew that was a
Yeah,
thing.
all that American TV you've been watching.
Wow.
You ever watched any American TV?
I mean, some.
When I was in America,
Not too
yes.
much.
It's a bit hard not being in America.
I went on
The
holiday
amount
there
of
and
ads
I
that
got
they
sick.
have, the frequency of
Yeah,
ads is
they're-
very
I went on
Don't mind.
holiday there and got pepper sprayed.
That's funny though.
Yeah, it was a bit. Not at the time. I thought my eyes were falling out,
But when they
afterwards, pretty
didn't,
funny.
It's a
you're
really,
like,
it's a
"Hey."
really
When
good
they
story to
didn't, let me
tell.
tell you, it was chuckles galore.
Yeah, it's got a story to tell.
I just got like food
So-
poisoning. It's not really. Yeah, it's not really a fun story. I ended up watching about 12 hours of Friends.
Did you at least like poo yourself or something? You know? Like,
No, but I was in a.
It's not a story you want to tell, though, is it?
No, but you said there's not any funny stories from it, and I'm like, well, it would be a little bit funny.
Oh, yeah,
for
I
me,
also
at
pooed
least I'd
myself.
laugh at him.
I was in.
I have some funny stories from America.
I was in Sequoia National Park.
Everything,
bet.
everything you've ever done.
I was in Sequoia National Park, which is a beautiful, beautiful national park with like these old redwood trees. And it's one of the ones you drive through. And we were driving through it, and I was really unwell. And I was like, look, we got to look out for the next toilet because I've got to stop and go. And it was like a tiny little hut in the woods. Like it wasn't, obviously it's not plumbed in, so we're in the middle of nowhere. And I used the bathroom, and
Oh, Steph. Yeah, it's about red.
wasn't a lot of water, so I couldn't leave it in a cleanly state. And then like there's a whole family like waiting outside it after me. And I felt really bad, and I had to like run to the car to.
And you never saw
Fully.
them again.
Yeah, but what if
Got
like,
the first tickets out of America, you could.
yeah, what if in the future I'm like famous or something, and then they recognise me? They're like, oh, that's the guy that destroyed the toilet in the national park before we went in there as a family.
I mean, they could be watching admin stream.
They could be.
Could be.
Yeah,
But
you've
one of
just
the kids
doxed
is a
yourself.
big MCC fan.
If you're in Sequoia National Park in 2018, let me know, and I'll apologise to you.
For the whole year, if they were in it at any point during
Any-
the
any
entire
point,
year,
yeah,
just
like
gonna
cla-
drop some apologies.
It's like a class action, yeah. Anyone can get a small apology from me.
Elle, are we ready with the
Yeah.
Cool.
Last night after we did Nolan's Make-A-Wish thing, I ran out to meet my family and my wife's parents and stuff at a restaurant in town. And when I pulled up to the restaurant, my wife was standing outside holding my son who had thrown up all over himself because he wasn't
so
feeling
nice.
good. And so instead of going to dinner, we loaded him into my car and we drove home.
Oh, buddy.
You wouldn't have thrown up outside a Michelin star restaurant, you just got taste.
Yeah, that's true. It was a pretty good restaurant though.
Okay, time to hope that Elon hasn't pulled any switches and people can still vote on the poll.
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
nice.
try it out.
Are you doing the thing or am I doing it, Tom?
We-
I'll do
Are you
it,
logged
it's fine.
into the Twitter itself?
Yeah.
I don't know if I am, yeah.
I've already done the polls out.
Yeah, just the other one, yeah. I don't know if
You
I
don't
can
need to
see
be logged
exact
in.
numbers.
You can.
Why is it
that's
only
why
30
it's,
seconds? It's really stressful.
I
it's
thought it
total
only showed you the which
percentage.
one that won.
No, it shows you all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's specifically built based on what I could see while testing. So That's why you don't put in the actual numbers anymore. It calculates based on the total and the percentage.
Thank you, Jamie, for pinning that one.
What if
Be right back.
WP didn't mean well played and it meant well peed? Be interesting.
That was certainly a question.
I feel like I've sent the admin stream down the gutter a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I came up with a really good cryptid last night. You know the sponges called scrub daddies?
Oh, sorry. I thought you. Yeah, I understand what you mean now. Yeah, go on.
What?
I thought you said crypt. I thought you were making a cryptic crossword. I've been doing
No,
the
a
crossword a lot.
cryptid. A cryptid.
Yeah, like the Mothman.
Yeah, like the Mothman.
Yeah, I love
It's
the
a
Mothman.
scrub daddy. But someone died while using a scrub daddy, and then their soul got trapped into another scrub daddy, like reincarnated into
He got
another
soaked
scrub
up
daddy.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a woman buys this scrub daddy, and every single time she goes to do the dishes, she looks at the scrub daddy, and she's like, "It's got really sad eyes. It looks like there's a person trapped inside it." And every time she does the dishes, it makes her really upset because she feels like there's a person inside going, "Please stop feeding me soap." And I just think that's a really good cryptid that I've just come up with last night.
The squeaking noise it makes when it's rubbed against the plates is him screaming.
Exactly. See, you get
Yeah,
it, Tom. You
I get it. I'd watch that, read that. How do cryptids get disseminated?
I don't really know.
Like blurry pictures, I guess.
Yeah. I could just post a picture of a scrub daddy on the internet and go, guys, don't you think it looks like there's someone trapped in here?
Someone's locked in. Oh wait, it's the halftime show going on. It is.
I'm back.
Guys, go watch anyone else's stream while the halftime show is happening. 'Cause I can't.
Go watch Reds or like.
Go on, yeah, go watch
Yeah,
Red.
go watch Reds because Hannah and Sylvia are doing some halftime show, I think.
Not to, unless you want to talk about cryptids, we can.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about cryptids. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Which one are we talking about?
My brand new one that I came up with.
Okay, tell me about this one.
sponge.
A scrub daddy that has the soul of someone trapped inside it. So every time you go to do the dishes, oh, thank you, Star.
Scrub
You
daddy?
go. Do you know what scrub daddy is?
No.
What's going? What? I just came back. What?
What's a scrub daddy? It doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
It's a sponge.
Why is
Oh,
it called a
sponge.
daddy?
It's just,
Yeah,
that's
daddy's
just what
a
it
very
is.
different
It's a
thing.
scrub daddy.
Daddies are a very different thing.
But I don't want to tell you, it was on Shark Tank in America, and then it actually,
Of course
it's
it
like you
fucking
can
was.
get them everywhere now. It's a scrub daddy. They're like the little smiley face sponges.
And you sure it's not scrub, comma, daddy?
No, it's scrub space daddy.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
maybe
definitely
it's not a
Scrub Space
space, actually.
Oh no, have you seen that? You seen that restaurant called Egg Slut?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's getting crazy nowadays.
yeah.
They can call stuff whatever they want. I feel like that we've crossed the line in terms of like what's acceptable. I don't know. Scrub daddy, egg slut, like quite aggressive, I think.
We should rename MCC to something like that.
Or MCC daddy.
MCC,
No.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of a word that's like bad, but like
Not
acceptable
too
enough.
Not too
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Is Paul done?
MCC.
Now
It
Twitter
is.
takes like 2 more minutes to finalize.
There we go. Wait.
No, it's still negative 1 minutes left.
We're doing.
No, it still needs to log in.
Mummy CC.
I just saw that. Yes.
Can you tell me when it is? I don't know what you mean
Mumcraft
by.
Championship.
Because for me, it's finished.
Yeah,
There's
okay, yeah, now it's finished. When it says final results, you can enter it. So yeah, just the number of votes without a comma, just as one number, and then each percentage. And then the game should tell
Oh,
us.
it does. Yeah, it does say final results. for me.
Meltdown.
I'm really sad. I don't have a picture, a Serbian farm boy picture.
Can I just? It's just in the order that they were put in, right?
Yes, yes. So Meltdown is the first number, honorable second, etc.
Oh.
And it should say in game that Meltdown is going to be selected.
Yeah.
Library sent me a picture of what a scrub daddy looks like, and I can agree it looks like a cryptid. It's horrifying.
Well, my idea was that there is the soul of someone trapped inside it, and every time this woman goes to do her washing up, she's like really weirded out by this sponge, and she feels like someone's inside it screaming. And that was my cryptid that I came up with last night.
I mean, it would be more weird if like it started like licking a hand or something.
There was a whole backstory to it as well. And she had a husband, and her husband didn't believe her, and she goes out for mimosas with the girls only once a month, because he doesn't let her more than that. And she brings it with her because it's driving her crazy, and they finally believe her. I was bored. I was really bored.
Have you been watching the recent Invisible Man film by any chance?
No, but that is a really good film. Actually, it's not that good. It's a decent film.
I like it. It's fun, but it's fun in a horrifying way. It's like a horror movie fun, not an actual fun.
I mean, all my Serbian farm boy pictures are not like digital.
Are you still
right?
looking for these?
They're not digital. They're in
really want to prove
they're in my like grandma's photo book, you know.
Are they sepia serving?
It's that sort of level, yeah.
At the sides.
But I do have this picture. I don't know why I found that picture. I can't remember when I did that, but apparently I did that.
What the hell?
Apparently I did that at some point in my life.
Why?
You know what? Make that black and white, and that could be an album cover.
Yeah, that's an album cover right there. What the hell, dude?
I don't know.
Why?
Just
Was it broken?
Just something you do when you're a boy.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
what is this image? I've missed it. What was
I'll
it?
put it on again.
It's a burning guitar.
Me and the local kids used to go down to the big
No,
fire.
that is 100% something like.
It's not in Serbia, that one. That one's in the UK.
We toss everything. We toss tubas. We toss trumpets, violins.
What? Just burning music?
Clarinets, oboes.
What?
Yeah.
It's just something we do.
You dip one end of an oboe in petrol, and then you light it on fire, and you wave it around like a torch. Oh, it's good times.
Why?
Definitely is.
I mean, I did some weird stuff at like the bonfire night.
What else
Not
you
that.
You know,
Well,
when you're young
instruments.
boys, you just
Play
What other
them.
use do you have with instruments?
Play them.
We didn't know how.
Learn.
right. Me and my brother, right?
Nyla is rooting for Aqua Serpent.
So we were like farm boys in France once, and
Where else are you farm boys? You just get
Yeah,
started.
you just seem to be a
And we
farm
used
boy
to-
when you definitely aren't.
we went to this like toy shop thing, and they sold these like tiny firecrackers. They sort of look like tiny
is that like-
dynamites.
Oh, is that like the ones that you throw on the floor and it kind of pops?
No, it actually looked like a dynamite, and you could light it, and it
Oh,
would like,
Jesus.
and it would like cause a small, tiny explosion. So we used to go out into the fields and catch grasshoppers, and then tie them to them. The firecrackers.
Aww.
That's too far.
We were
the
kids,
hell?
man.
And you set an oboe on fire.
We
but-
burned
Yeah.
we burned guitars, blew up grasshoppers, and ate sunflower seeds.
What the?
You're messed up, man.
We used to throw clarinets like javelins.
I mean,
What? You are lying. You are lying, Elka. Get out.
How did you cut?
You are lying.
You can't make that
Yeah,
up.
rushing through the reeds.
You can't make that up. He's done it.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you have to be there. You have to be there.
Almost, I have not a clue what you're
I love
talking about
spreading
anymore at this point.
misinformation on the internet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, isn't it?
We used to get a cymbal.
Oh no,
you know,
Aqua.
you know, like you play on the drums. You get a cymbal, and you throw it as far as you can.
No.
Like a frisbee, and it flew through the air.
They're
and
so
it,
expensive though.
and it would land in a tree, and it would get wedged in the tree because it's made of
No,
metal.
you're lying because symbols are so expensive you wouldn't even dare.
Oh, you're right. You got me there. But the oboe thing's real.
Okay, fine.
No, oboes go for a dime a dozen.
You really
go down
don't
to your
spread
local
any
music shop.
misinformation on the internet.
Okay,
only want-
red,
no one
red
wants an
versus
oboe.
purple.
you'd use the symbols as a shield from the oboe.
Ollie just
really.
went in and he got 3 kills.
Come on. Did anyone else Did anyone in chat used to do some pretty messed up stuff when they were kids?
I think I didn't ever do anything messed up. I once decided to make my own bow and arrow. I'm sat like downstairs in the downstairs living room, and I go up to my mum and I'm like, Mum, we don't have like a sharpener thing. Can I just use a kitchen knife to like sharpen the arrows? I'm just making them out of wood. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. Not 2 minutes later did I come upstairs with blood gushing down my hand. But I cut like into my, and my mum was just like, yeah, I knew the moment I said yes to that, that was a terrible mistake as a mother. But she didn't stop me, so.
Or follow you down and yeah.
Watch
Yeah,
you
she
and make
wasn't
sure
like,
that
actually,
happens.
no, sweetie, don't do that. She was just like, we'll see how this goes.
We'll just wait and see what happens.
Nathan in chat used to eat ants and grass.
Why?
Dude, I got dared at lunchtime when I was a kid to eat a bush. I sat there for like 20 minutes eating it, and then the teacher caught me and sent me home. I got my dad to come pick me up.
Yeah, there's always one.
Anyway, I have to comment on how you missed one of the best Meltdown fights I've seen.
Sorry.
Yellow and Orange were fighting. Orange was fighting another team. SB was the only person alive, and he just hid in the back of the room. Then Yellow came and started fighting
man.
Cyan. Then they all got each other. Ollie went in, got a triple kill. They all got frozen. SB ran in, unmelted his teammates. Then the room started melting. Each one got out, jumped into the lava, and everyone died.
There's quite a big one going on at red and green. Red and lime.
The lime is going on.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, red is.
Just, oh, they're gonna get locked out.
Oh no, no,
Why
no,
did
no,
they
no.
go through?
No!
No,
right.
Was it red that got locked in?
Red got eliminated
Oh.
from that. That's
Oh.
insane.
Stuck behind the door.
That's great.
That's horrible. I love it though.
Do they get kill credit for that? Like dealing with that damage?
I don't think they did.
No,
I
only
think
if they
the
were in
room
the ice
did it.
block.
Right.
Yes, Starfire, we see that Hamster was your assistant. They already told us about it. Are you going to ask us questions as well?
So right, on those dynamite crackers.
Right.
We-
That you tied poor innocent grasshoppers to.
We had a camera that you could, like a camcorder, you could pause the recording halfway through, like just mid-recording, and then you could resume it in the same clip file, right? So you could do like stop motion stuff, and we used it to like record this pretend bit where we tricked our sister into like going into this location off camera, and then my brother comes up and then throws a dynamite cracker into the location that she's in, but obviously we like paused the camera and she exited, and then you hear it blow up, and then we take the camera and we run over to the location where we blew up, and we painted it with like this red berry that made it look like she blew up into a bunch of gore.
How old were you?
24?
13, 14, I think.
Jesus.
It was hilarious. Best video I've ever made.
We one time at school we played this game where
Oh,
when
good
we're in
job
year
then.
when we're in year 11, they used to lock all the year 11s in this cage in the middle of the playground,
What?
which was it was the size of a couple of like 5-a-side football
I'm
fields.
sorry. No, sorry. We're just.
Oh
we're
yeah.
we're just
I used to have a
breezing
basement.
past.
Anyways,
just
Tom, you
breezing
carry
No,
on.
no, no.
past the
It was so you know a 5-a-side like pitch. You
Yeah.
got like a mesh around, like a cage around it, so the ball doesn't go out. But they did want us to stay in there because we'd steal the ball off like the younger kids at secondary school and stuff.
Right, so
But
you
they-
don't want to reframe that. They didn't lock you in there.
No,
like you
no,
were
we were kind of locked in. Like you could leave, but you had to sort of leave to exit the playground immediately. You couldn't just like go to a different part of the playground. You had to be in there. And one time we managed to get our hands on a battery, like a C battery,
Oh lord.
and probably 30 year 11s on one side, 30 year 11s on the other side were throwing it as hard as they can from one side of the cage to the other. But it hit like the back of the cage and made this horrendous noise, like this noise. And you had to like dodge, get out of the way. Otherwise you got hit in the head by a C battery, which would have really hurt. Like it would have actually could have killed you, I think. Like
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie, I
sorry.
really do love the just incredibly stupid things teenage boys do, and just
Yeah, but
just,
it's
and
a
you
very
are- you're
male
like, why
thing,
did
so I
you
don't
do
remember
that? And they're
this.
just like, I don't know, it's funny.
it was funny. No,
I got-
it was, and it's probably the only time that all the year 11s participated in the game like together. It's sort of like the only time that people put aside like any secondary school differences and were like, hey, let's throw this battery at each other. That'll be fun.
Oh, it's such a boy thing to do.
When I was 12,
Oh dear.
my friend after school brought a bottle of Gordon's dry gin, like stole it from his parents or something.
Hold on, 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was the first time I ever got drunk. We'd swig it, and
I did
then
13.
spin round in circles.
What, do you think that would make
It
you
was-
more drunk or something?
And it was just
Hell.
dry gin. We didn't mix it with anything. It was just straight dry. It was
Lord.
disgusting. Now that I think about it, and
Yeah.
it was terrible. We did snow angels on the road, and it wasn't even snowing. There was no snow, and we climbed
So just
scaffolding
angels.
as well.
Wow.
I should have died that night. I don't know how I didn't.
Yeah.
When I was in college, one of my friends brought a full bottle of vodka and drank it during break. And that was, I think, the funniest. Yeah, it was her birthday, and she just
How
turned
old?
18. She was 18. It was
Okay.
literally her birthday. But it was like the first time anyone really got drunk at our school, and she just downed this bottle of vodka in about half an hour.
Oh,
And then,
but like you can just die. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
and she was bad. I remember looking at her going, "Oh my god!" As like our head of year came through, I'm like, "I am not dealing with this. I'm out." It's like, "Oh my god!"
I was about to say that's really weird, but I indirectly I've done that.
Spectate red team, by the way.
What?
They're in the middle of a room with 3 teams around them.
Wait, how much vodka, Tom?
I was at college and I was on a free period, and we used to go. We would walk into town, which was like next to college,
I mean, yeah.
and we'd go to Pets at Home.
Okay, hold on. What?
Because okay, there were like 3 or 4 furniture shops and a Pets at Home in this like industrial unit on the edge of town, as well as some other shops. And we used to go into Pets at Home, and then you go to every furniture shop, and you go to the back of the shop, and you get like some biscuits. Because they've usually got a tray of biscuits out for the customers. We do this like
Hold on,
once a week.
what furniture place has biscuits?
Like DFS.
Pet
No, they
biscuits.
don't.
They did. Well, they did. I don't know what to tell you. They did.
You're just telling lies.
I'm not telling lies. Anyway, so one time, I'm with this guy, and he's going. There's a group of us. I'm with this guy, and he's going to a party that night. And he goes and he gets a bottle of vodka. And afterwards, we go to KFC for lunch. And he puts like 2 shots of vodka in everyone's drink, like everyone's Coke.
Oh no.
And then I had it, and then I went to college, and I just went out the rest of the day, and I was fine. Like it had no
Two
impact.
shots
It
of
was-
vodka, it's not that hard.
Yeah, but I think he had a bit more than that. I'm surprised he had any left for the party he was going to that night.
Probably did.
Yeah, he was just swigging it on the way back to college, and I was like, dude, you need to. You've got another lesson. You've got like an hour and a half left of the day. You gotta slow down.
Man, there was just something cool about being bad when you were young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like
so,
walking
it's
out.
so stupid.
I swear on my life,
Sometimes I
like
just
biscuits
walked out
as
of
well.
class in college because I was like, oh yeah, I've got to go do like some theatre stuff. I'm out, and walked out. I was like, see ya. That felt really bad, even though I was actually doing school stuff. You feel like awesome. Oh damn, Blue are doing so well at this game.
Red had a really good round there. They fought their way out of like teams on every side.
Yeah, they
You just rushed Pink
they
into the
eliminated a
middle.
lot of people.
They had a good early fights as well. So
But Blue,
I'm just spectating, and I have no clue what this entire conversation is about. So I'm waiting
just-
to talk more about the game.
Conversation about the bad stuff that you
the
get
bad
into
stuff we did as kids. Yeah.
when you're kids.
To be fair, no,
Just
the word,
happened.
like, to be fair, my favourite thing when I was a kid was there was a building like site around the back of where we lived. Like we lived in a cul-de-sac, and there was a building because they were building like new developments. So we used to just like sneak in to the building yard and just like play in there. And one time we went over, we're like playing around, chucking bricks at each other because we're like stupid kids. And there was a dude, it must be like a guy who was sleeping rough with his dog, who was like in there as well, and he chased us out, and his dog just like went after us. I just remember climbing over this like 10-foot wall, going like, "This dog is about to bite me. What is going on?"
God.
It was funny as hell, but also terrifying.
You don't realise how like bad these situations are
yeah,
until you get older and look back at it and just go, "Oh my god."
It's like, how
How did I
close to
do that?
death was I?
You're probably fine.
Oh my god, Purple just died. Like, Jesus.
One of the highlights of my childhood when I was in secondary school was there was this kid who used to bully me, right? So I was carrying this box from one classroom to another, this like box of art supplies because the teacher asked me to, and he decided to start on me while I was carrying this box mid-corridor. Well, it was outside. And my genius decided to throw the box at him. And obviously he decided to, like, catch it, because that's what you do, right? I've forgotten what the word is. It's just, like, in your nature to catch something if someone throws at you.
Yeah.
So I threw it at him, he caught it, and I punched him in the face. And it was great. It was a nice, clean punch.
Oh man.
Nice.
I was in an RE lesson once, and my RE teacher broke a heel, like
Oh yeah.
like a high heel, not like
yeah.
not like
Oh, it's such
their
when
actual
it
foot.
happens.
And they sent me to the art class, which was next door.
Get like a glue
Like-
gun.
Yeah, to like fix it. And I
Oh,
spent
look,
like
they sent you.
yeah, because I was doing art at the time. They were like, "Are there any art students in here?" And I put my hand up, and they're like, "Can you go to the art classroom and like fix this for me?" I was like, "Sure." So I spent like the next 50 minutes at the I took all the materials back into the class. I was at the back of the class trying to fix this for her, and I was taking my time with it. I was trying to milk it a bit.
You didn't want to do RE, so you were doing your art stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't even art. I was like taping a heel back onto a high heel shoe, and, like hot gluing it and stuff. Like it was a mess. Like, I really fucked up the shoe, to be honest. And then she stepped on it and it broke into She was Irish Catholic. She was like, that's a bloody waste of time. Like, I can't do that. But I'll never forget. She was like, that's a bloody waste of time.
Amazing.
I felt so scolded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
chat,
was like,
that-
what do you expect?
chat, the punch was amazing, yeah, but then I got isolated for 4 days.
Oh, that
Or
sucks.
sent to
Yeah, when that
isolation.
happens. Yeah,
But it
when
didn't.
that happens.
It was actually great because you just had to go into school at 11, and you leave at 4.
Oh, so you got like. Oh, I
So
never
it's like it was kind of like an hour shorter day, and you just sit in a room and just do nothing, just sleep. You could actually sleep in isolation. It was ridiculous.
You know, that explains a lot about you.
Yeah,
So
I only got
that sounds
detention
pretty bad.
once.
But it was unfair.
School
Like
like
all the teachers knew that I wasn't
It
the
was
bad one,
unfair, yeah.
because I was the kid with the glasses.
Why does the school need that?
Because I was in a really rough school, the first one. I
Yeah,
went
you
to.
really. Yeah, isolation is for really rough schools.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had that.
Do they
in
not
my
just
secondary
have it
school.
Yeah, we had
Isolation's pretty standard.
I think so.
Is it? I don't know. It's really rough.
Yeah.
It's for the rough ones and ours.
I was always the one to have to take work to them for some reason. Like, my teachers always chose me to take work to the people in isolation. I was like, there's no way you're
Man, they
gonna
were
man,
setting,
that's
they were
not how
setting
you
you
out.
up.
That's
Yeah, it's like,
really
oh,
mean.
I was
there's
just
the
being set
snitch,
up to
let's
get
kill him.
beaten up.
Yeah, there's the
literally.
snitch, let's kill him.
Literally.
The hell? That's not on at all.
They
There
should have
been
sent.
a teacher doing that, or like a assistant or whatever.
Could
It
have
should
sent someone
been
in
you.
like someone in like The Departed to
Oh my
like spy
God.
on them. Do you know?
Good lord.
Yes.
And you guys had the what was it called? The hokey?
Okay.
Oh,
What?
The
you
pokey?
talking about the chokey.
The
That sounds
chokey.
like something. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, that sounds like something like
Poker.
Matilda or
Matilda.
something. Yeah, that's Matilda,
we had-
mate. That's
we had
like
the chokey.
that's
In
like
the cupboards.
torture. That's torture. I don't think that's allowed.
Yeah, let's just get
most
locked
schools
in a
had
cupboard.
one
That's not how that works.
back in
I
the
was
day.
kidding. I was kidding. We
Yeah.
didn't have.
Well,
Do you guys-
from
do you not
everything
think-
I've heard during Meltdown, I can say I've not experienced any of this, nor was I on a school where anyone did this. So
Well, you got
you have,
lucky.
uh,
All right.
Look, you're from a civilized country. We're just not.
I was in a really bad school. At one point, There was one day where someone stole someone's car, drove it out into the field of the school. They set fire to it, and then the next day, everyone was jumping on this like burnt car.
Amazing. No,
I don't know how those kids didn't die jumping on a rusty burnt car.
I mean, I'd have done that. My worst
most
one. Sorry, go.
Most that happened at my school was that someone brought a taser in once and was running around trying to taser people.
Jesus! Okay, I had
this is.
And everyone's just like running around giggling.
I had two things, one from primary school and one from secondary school. In primary school, like this is when we were like 11, so tiny. We nearly didn't go on our school trip because one of my classmates shoved like a sewing needle into my teacher's banana, like through the skin.
Oh my word!
So he
fucking
couldn't.
hell.
Yeah,
That's bad.
It was bad. So he could have actually died. Thankfully, like our teacher, like always tore the top off, so he saw it.
God, that story just really doesn't sit well for me. Just hearing about that.
It's horrifying. It's horrible. It's like the worst thing. One of the worst things that I'd ever seen was like, oh, he could have died. He was an asshole, but he could have died.
Fucking hell.
But
kids can be horrible.
God.
They can. The second one was one of my classmates when we were leaving secondary school into college. She tipped a load of like molasses, like trickled down the stairs, and then tied a year 7 to the railings. And she got expelled on the last day of school. I was like,
why did those two combine?
Because they were both
like, were they stuck in a
ridiculous.
pool of molasses or something?
I don't know, but it was because
It seems like two different occurrences.
poured it down the stairs and then tied this poor girl to the railings on that thing. So this poor girl was tied up and covered in molasses. It was horrifying.
They banned us from school on the last day.
Oh Jesus!
Because they thought we'd act up. So they sent us straight to the sports field, and we just spent the whole day there.
We were nearly like banned from being able to do end of year pranks because the people the year before had taken it a bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
last
we
day
had
of
that in
sixth
sixth
form.
form.
Yeah, we had that.
My parents' house backed onto the school field, which is I'm just fully doxing myself if you know where I'm from because it wouldn't be that difficult to work out. But it basically meant that you could. The field was the school field, and you could literally walk through. It was fine. They let people in the street have access. But it meant that on the final day at lunchtime, we walked back to 9, just got a bunch of alcohol and sat on the school field drinking it because we were all 18. We were allowed to. Anyway, we go back in for the afternoon, and the head of sixth form is there, and the head of the school, and it's just like, yeah, don't do that. Don't drink on school property. And we were just sat there like, oh, this doesn't feel good. But
Bit
there's
late,
nothing
bit
they
late.
could do.
To be fair,
Bit late.
you could have
It's
said
the
that.
final
You could have
day
said
we were
that
at
like
school.
ages ago.
We used to buy alcohol from our teacher.
What? No?
No, I'm kidding. No.
No, but if you ever
I mean, I
went,
wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna say, if your teacher is so relaxed about it, god
There was
damn.
Our teacher used to play Takedown Bulldog with us.
Our teachers
We
were
got
very
that
open about
banned
the
in our
fact that the
primary
French
school.
school
We got
trip was just
Bulldog
deployed to
banned.
buy a bunch of alcohol for cheap. Like, they were like, yeah, we
Yeah.
only ran the French trip because we get alcohol cheap at duty free. That's why we do it. And it was like, right, okay, cool.
The Spanish trip from my year, the students managed to buy alcohol and marijuana while they were on the trip.
We
quite
we went to
impressive.
Poland and they told us we wouldn't be old enough to drink. Literally on the way back home, they were like, by the way, we're all so glad so none of you realized that you were old enough to drink here and you could have bought alcohol if you wanted to. And we all just believed them and didn't question it because we were stupid and well behaved.
Yeah,
But-
they managed to buy all this stuff, and the teachers never found out.
Oh,
And the way they got rid of all the evidence was they popped out one of the like drop ceiling tiles and put all the bottles and like stuff in there. And the hotel
Oh my
called them like
God.
2 weeks later, being like, "Hey, we've just found like a couple of crates of beer worth and some weed in the ceiling of like one of your hotel rooms. Like, you want to have a look at that?" And it went to shit. Everyone thought they got away with it, but it like collapsed. It was so funny.
My favourite RE teacher got sent to prison.
Oh Lord. What for?
Maybe too
Well-
inappropriate for this stream. But
Oh.
in other
Maybe,
news,
yeah, maybe, okay.
I I got Pokemon cards banned at my primary school. I was the
Oh
reason.
yeah,
Why?
no, I got Pokemon cards, British Bulldog, like Bulldogs, you know, the Bulldogs game.
Yeah.
Digimon, we got everything banned from our primary school.
Oh yeah,
because
my
we
primary
used to
school
be
just
way
banned.
too
I
far.
was the reason.
My primary school banned freedom
What
of
did you
speech,
do?
I think, honestly.
So we used to play Pokemon. Well, we didn't play it properly. We just, you know how kids just play games
Yeah, you
their
just
own
play
way.
it, yeah.
Well, we just kind
Yeah.
of got
It was so
betrayed.
Everyone
stupid.
has their own rules, yeah.
Yeah. So we played the game. We played this whatever the hell it was, and whoever won gets to take a card from the other person.
Oh yeah,
and, like, keep it.
that's such a
That's
hellish
guaranteed
game. Yeah.
cause an argument.
And I lost, and he tried to take my Charizard, and I got upset and punched him.
Oh.
You were punching people.
Why do you
Yeah, I was
keep
a kid
punching
with
people?
glasses
Yeah,
that
what was
punched
going
people.
on?
It just doesn't add up.
We had
RE
running.
is religious education for anyone in chat who doesn't know what RE is. We've said it a few times, but
Yeah.
you know.
We
It was
had
really
running
good,
banned,
though.
I loved RE.
What do you mean you had running band?
Ah.
They banned running at school. At primary
Yeah, I've
school.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
I went to.
Oh
'cause I went-
yeah, they did that
How
in
are
the
you gonna tell
corridors
a
and all that.
6-year-old
No,
Run.
no, no, no,
Run.
no, out on the
Wait,
playground.
out on the
What?
playground,
So-
god
No,
damn.
don't do it in the
I
playground.
went to a
What
primary
happened?
school.
Would you play
Is
like
this a health and
walking?
safety
Would
thing,
you
like
play
you're not
like
allowed to trip
walking
over or
tag or
something?
walking
So
football
banned
games or
running.
something?
I was at a really small primary school. We had like 15 people in every year, right? And everyone shared a playground all the way from like reception to year 6.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reasoning was like if a year 6 was running and like ran into reception child, they just knocked them out and like
Oh come
kill them.
on!
So we weren't allowed to run until they
To be fair,
started like
it's decently
staggering.
similar at my school.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Started like staggering the breaks so that we'd have like.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah, we had staggered breaks. I forgot
So did
about
we
that.
actually. Yeah, the reason we got British Bulldogs banned was one of our we were playing it and we had like a brick wall on one side with an iron gate and we smacked someone into it and he hit that bit where the brick wall hit the iron gate and he nearly broke his shoulder. So we were like, yeah, you can't play that anymore. Like, yeah, right, fair. That's actually fair.
I knocked my best friend's tooth out in Takedown Bulldog. It was really bad.
God, I sound
And
like
it,
I've got a
it
really
got
rough
banned as
childhood. I
well.
had a great
It's
time.
not a great game to play, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got
As I
chips
say,
too. from
like
that.
at this point, primary schools just ban freedom of speech. They ban freedom of
To be
expression.
fair,
You're not allowed to have
what
an
is a
opinion.
10-year-old gonna
It
say?
is just,
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
you,
I-
as a 10-year-old, you're like, okay, I will just
No,
what,
but
do
what's
what primary school kids do.
To bring this back to the event, what's happening with purple and red where there's one coin between
They're
them?
complaining
What
about
is this
coin.
shit right now?
It's a very annoying rounding issue that's a result of complicated mathematics that's beyond explaining. Not that complex, but you're not gonna enjoy listening to it.
I would enjoy it, Daniel.
Let's do it, God.
Cool. The gist of it is coin rounding now happens per player per round, and it rounds down. So if it just so happens to be that the kills are like an old round, and then 2 people both get 1 kill, they both get rounded down. But if one person gets 2 kills, they don't get rounded down because they got the 2 half coins. So purple had 1 player get 2 kills, but in red, 1 player each got a coin.
I actually kind of don't hate that. Like, it rewards
I'm down with it, yeah.
the team with the player that popped off.
It's vague, so I'll consider changing it, but it's a result of the fact that the old system we had in Season 2 and 1 didn't really care about any damage control. It just kind of kept rounding around until the end of the game and then rounded up, actually. But it breaks if we ever want to do like resetting rounds or like redoing certain rounds. If anything carries across rounds, then it messes everything up. You can't like void a round anymore because the other round was like sort of dependent on it. So I can probably change it so it does allow like the half coin to stay, but at the end of the game they get rounded. It's also currently a team's multiplied coins up until this event used to be the total unmultiplied team coins times the multiplier rounded down. But now it's your coins times multiplier rounded down plus the other people's coins times multiplier rounded down. So it rounds multiple times, which is specifically what costs the half coin. Because otherwise it wouldn't matter who gets the kills. But again, this is necessary because if we have like a swap-in player, I need to be able to remove a player from the equation without really breaking stuff.
Yeah.
And it's what caused some small coin inaccuracies to happen in both events. So now everything is accurate, but it's not as understandable yet. So that's like the next step. I need to look into, can I store that half coin as well? And when do I like round down and stuff? But to me it was more important right now to get it like consistent and allow damage control in multiple ways.
I'll ask a further stupid question. Why not just multiply all your coin totals by 10 so you don't have half things?
I could also just like store the half things. That's also possible.
That's
it's
true.
More
Yeah.
about, we never so we don't display a half in like the leaderboards, but we do display the half in like how many coins did you individually get. So it's a bit of a mixed bag where I can't really have true half coins because then you're gonna get like blue and purple tied, but blue is above purple for some reason because there's actually that half coin.
Right. Yeah.
And we can't just show the half coin if it's there because of lining up stuff. So
Yeah.
it all ends up with the fact that for now, and since the start, we've chosen to say coins are whole values, and half coins are this like weird thing that we don't really talk about and don't really go into detail about how those work.
Yeah.
It's just, in the past, you never really ended up questioning it because it was rounding up and also multiplying the whole team's coins, so you barely ever noticed it. But now that damage control requires stuff to be consistent.
Is a half coin the smallest coin value you can have?
Yes, because we only have multipliers of 0.5.
Right. Yeah.
Technically in code, it's just like a decimal value and a whole value. But I guess in
Parkour Warrior, no?
I didn't know if you were.
It is the smallest increment in Parkour Warrior.
Whenever I split between people, I also never split on like you get a fourth of a coin. I always split like one person has to get the whole coin. Because again, I only deal with whole coins. I don't want to deal with like quarter coins.
Yeah, I see.
So
The
it's
chat
a
just
lot of
sitting there
complicated
going like, yes, talk about dev podcast, let's do it.
Well, there's a lot more like developers in the chat, but it's all complicated stuff. And the annoying part from a developer perspective is when it says one coin more for one team and the creators don't get it, it's like, oh, but why is the coin weird? Which I don't blame them, right? Anyone's gonna look at that. But then, in the meantime, there have been like 6 or 7 events where the coins were just completely wrong and no one noticed. Because they don't pay that much attention. They do pay attention when it's like a really simple example. So it's always funny to see, like, there have been major bugs with it. I have fixed them in the background. No one really noticed it. But we also go by the policy of whatever happens on the day, it's just a score. No matter if it's wrong, like, it's wrong the same way for everyone. So.
Yeah. Well, Daniel, I'll tell you, I found that neither boring nor confusing, so congratulations.
And chat was very engaged. They want you to do a full-on podcast, I think.
For the podcast, I've got the best example already. One day, I need to explain how Parkour Warrior does coin splitting and the original proposed way to do coin splitting. Because it was really complicated, but it would have made the individual standings like way more accurate. And I was gonna do it until Reddit just complained that they found the current easier system too complicated. So I was like, okay, we're not making this more complicated. We're done. This is all. So currently it's more of a team game, purely because Reddit finds it too complicated. So I don't have the heart to make it more complicated. And I like it being a team game, so
Man,
they get to deal with that one.
That's a crazy school story, man.
Very good.
I was gonna say,
You did all that at
Daniel, you need
school?
to add to this podcast about like your
Oh,
school
school,
and your
sorry,
elementary
yeah.
school,
Yeah.
like
He was talking
or
about
primary school
rounding numbers,
stories.
and we all rounded numbers at school. Come on, we all remember
Yeah, we had a lesson on that.
that. Yeah.
Now
I had
got
a maths
attention
class where
back
one
on
of my
the
friends
event
turned up.
before
Tell you what, I rounded numbers up, I rounded them down, I rounded them.
Yeah,
Hey, I used to
everywhere.
round him
And
down.
then I
you
got
used to round him up.
detention because I rounded them sideways once.
Oh, and you can't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah, one of my mates did a math exam high, and that was funny as hell because she was really bad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly talk about some Meltdown stuff I want to talk about, because it's been a while now. But one of the many things that doesn't get into the update video is that we also made the new UI for Meltdown and Parkour Warrior. They both have a lot of statistics added, which eventually TM will start doing stuff with, but there's a lot of cool stuff we track now that we never tracked during Season 2. So now we know, like, how many times did you help someone get heated? How many extra kills did you get? The bow accuracy in Meltdown. We know the amount of individual medals, we know, like, fastest completion of certain obstacles in Parkour Warrior. There's a lot of cool stuff. And eventually TM will do something with it. And Meltdown and Newbrook as well.
We've got cool stuff coming next event.
There's some very cool stuff. I was considering asking Stefan to put it in the update videos like a teaser.
Nah.
Nah.
Because then we actually have to do it next event. But hopefully it'll be next event.
Hopefully something cool.
I mean,
Wait, are we
I'm-
doing another
I'm pretty
event? I
sure.
thought this was the last one.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 30 now. We're kind of nearly dead.
Might as well keep going now.
What? No,
No,
life
we need to keep
begins at
going till we have the
30.
midlife
Come on.
crisis.
I
We
was
need to
gonna
go
say,
into
we
We're
the
gotta
at
get
the
to
midlife
40 so
crisis,
that we
we're
can start doing
30.
some real weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
I
to
feel
our
wait to
midlife
fill
really
the
crisis
hub
exposed
special.
right now with you guys
With
talking about
cars.
midlife crises.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, I just turned 30, so you know, my midlife crisis is here.
I mean, I'm turning 35 this year, and I told my wife I'm half dead, and she was like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "Statistically, in America, I'm half dead," and she was like, "Oh no."
Whose birthday's next?
Probably mine.
Is it
When's
yours or is
yours?
it Stefan?
September 12th.
No, it's not.
Quite a big
It's
idea.
really-
Yeah, it's probably you're right. It's probably yours.
I think it's Steph's first.
So wait, there's someone's birthday on that date though.
What?
Stefan's in May.
It was Lawrence. It's me and Lawrence.
Oh right.
He doesn't work here anymore.
Doesn't, but we share the same birthday still.
It hasn't
The
changed.
same
that
year,
changed
too?
when Lauren left,
I
yeah.
know, but still, she don't work here. She's not in Oxford anymore.
No,
Oh,
she
wait.
changed birthdays after leaving.
No,
Wait,
she's
is
gonna have a
it the same
birthday
year
party.
as well, or the same date?
No, I was born in 2001.
You're
Excuse
Oh,
me,
well, you
get
can't
out.
say you have
Get
the same
out.
birthday then. That's like saying you guys went to different schools together.
Oh my god. I was reading. There was do you guys know the Am I the Arsehole Reddit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
What?
Reddit.
There was
I love
one.
that Reddit.
There was one where it was like, "Am I the arsehole for getting upset for being invited as a guest to my twin brother's surprise birthday party?"
No.
And it was
Look,
because
hold on, I'm the preeminent on twins here.
it was because but it was because they were like very close growing up, and they all have the same friend group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. To be fair, actually, yeah, I would
Throwing
be
a
a bit
surprise
upset. I'd be a
birthday
little bit
party for one
upset.
of them. Oh my god, it's
Okay, yeah, if
That's
if
got to be
someone...
a joke between friends, though. They must have done that.
It
Like,
must be, because
I
if like
love
someone
that.
did,
It
if someone
looked
did
like
a
it was
surprise
being
party
rude.
for Soph and didn't tell me about it first, I'd be annoyed because I
No.
didn't get involved.
The funny
Yeah.
thing to do is play the field and tell both of them there's a surprise party going on for the
That'd
other
be
one.
The other
funny.
one, yeah.
That is-
Yeah, I'd be down.
That's comedy.
What if
Because
it?
we'd be...
look,
What if
we
that-
my
do you know
friends
what?
group, I'd be down with it, yeah, I'm down.
What if
I'm
that's
down.
actually the reality of what's going on in that?
Yeah.
In that
It has
post.
to be.
Yeah, like, if they
Hopefully.
did that, yeah, that's cool. Like, if someone told me, like, oh, yeah, we're doing a surprise party for Soph, I'd be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this and this. I'm really sneaky. I'm going to do this for Soph. And she'd do the exact same for me, so I can see that working.
Yeah.
And then it's still a surprise party, even though you told both of them about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, holy,
It
it's for all
sounds
of
like a
us.
fun idea.
The key is
No
to come
one
up with.
shame.
You have to come up with a really good reason that you're having a surprise party for just the one, and tell that to them, and then say, we're gonna have a party for you after. We just really needed to surprise her because blank, right?
Yeah.
So then you've really got them both wound up about it, and they're extra motivated to keep it a
To be
secret.
fair,
I think
I
if
did
you
this
split,
I did this for Soph because like I was like saying to us like I really want this particular cake for our birthday. I think it'd be really nice, and then I like made her my own. So I just kind of did it on my own sense. Like I'd really just like to go to this place for our birthday. We'll go to your one after, but we'll do this first, and then just do it anyway. It's like it's for both of us. Ha-ha!
I think it'd be quite fun to like have two surprise birthday parties going on at once for each twin, and then when they both happen, they'll both conflict with each other in certain ways. That'd be quite
No,
interesting.
that's horrible.
Oh, like in a sitcom where they have two things going on at once. They're double
Yeah.
booked. Yeah.
You got to run between the two.
And
That
everyone's going between the
sucks.
parties. Oh, that would be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, Scotty, you might want to clear your browser cache after this stream. To be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, we've had a question. We've had a question from both Starfire and Hamster Fan, like multiple times, of like what our favorite moth/butterfly is, and I don't know the
Oh.
different
Oh,
I
types.
have,
don't
I have
even-
a fear of butterflies, so.
You know
no.
what?
I mean, I like the death head moth.
Any
but
moth that's
from...
not in my room.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I was
I like
gonna
the
say,
death
any
head moth
moth
from-
that is not in my room, I'm happy with.
Yeah, weirdly,
From
I,
Salad
I,
to the Lamb, but I don't
can't-
know the individual ones.
I can answer this quick. My favorite butterfly is a glass ring butterfly.
What?
I was in
What? glass ring butterflies suck.
No, they're beautiful. I was in.
No,
Saying Ashley was that
you knew
choice.
what one of those was.
Oh yeah, this is.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's just making a good joke.
Shit, that's not right. That doesn't sound real.
That's
I
a
was
good
in.
joke.
I was in Copenhagen.
Okay,
And-
Copenhagen, right?
I was in Copenhagen, and I went to the botanical gardens, and I went into this room, and it had like you know the back of like a video store. No one will know
What?
this. Where the
What?
CD videos are kept, and there's like a bead curtain. You
Oh,
walk
like
through.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like
I'm
the
familiar
bread
with that
room,
sort
or,
of
a
thing,
butcher,
yes.
or a butcher, yeah. And
No, I know
walked
what
through
you-
there, and I was like, why have they got this thing up?
I don't
I
get
walked
CD
through it, and
videos from the butchers.
Oh, I was gonna make another joke, but I can't. It would throw me off and be rude. Yeah, but I walked through there and I was like, why have they got this up? And the room was full of butterflies and all
Oh,
plants.
single
And,
place like
everything.
in Amsterdam. It was so beautiful.
And they had
Literally my worst nightmare.
and they had glass-wing butterflies in there, and they were beautiful. And they had beautiful flowers as well. They're flying between. It was all lovely, the whole thing. So if you're in Copenhagen, go there.
I
Recommendation.
Yeah, Tom went through the
Not
beady
you,
curtain and he saw all those butterflies and the
Glass-wing
plants, and it was
butterflies,
amazing.
Yeah.
And then and then he
God, your
and then he
primary
found the
school
nearest
education sounds
employee.
amazing.
He found the nearest employee and he said, "Excuse me, where's all the porn?"
we love to say that on here. We love to say that.
Fine.
I really
I've,
hope Nolan
I
doesn't
went
rewatch
to-
this stream.
I said I'm
went
looking.
to,
We might get banned on YouTube.
I said
that's
I'm
fine.
looking to beat my meat, and they said the butcher's that way.
Oh no!
Oh
Don't.
God!
Oh my
Uh,
god, Tom.
Boo.
I
Too
went to
far.
Butterfly Farm as a kid,
Sweet.
not this weird one
Yeah,
that you're
me
all
too.
going to, a normal one. And ever since
Was
then,
it in
I've had a fear of
Stratford by
butterflies.
any
It
chance?
was in
Why do you
Stratford.
That's
have
the
it?
one I
What's
went
the
to
fear of
too.
Butterfly?
I can't
fun.
deal with Butterfly Farm. I can't do it. When we went to San Diego Zoo and we went to the butterfly bit, Scott had to hold my hand because they really freaked
held
me
it one
out.
time.
Eloise,
They
did you
really,
go-
really freaked me
Did
out,
you get
man.
butterflies in your stomach?
No. Would've cried.
Did you go to the
No,
park?
she kept
with
her
the
mouth
sand
shut
pit
the whole time.
afterwards? After the
No, I
butterfly.
don't cry.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know. All I remember is a really massive one landed on my granddad's back, and that was just it for me. It tipped me over the
Yeah.
edge, and I
It's a bit mean they get the whole like class to go through a butterfly farm because it can be quite intense, like with
Well,
all these
my,
insects flying about you, you know.
One year, my mum was like, this is when I was like 18. My mum was like, I don't want you to get me a present. Just please go to the butterfly farm with me, which was very sweet. And I did. I faced my fears for her. I had a horrible time.
Aww.
They just flap in your face and they don't care where
What
you
a
are. They
ridiculous
have-
thing to want for your birthday. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, child of
Don't
mine,
be
for
mean
my
to my
birthday.
mother.
For my birthday, I want you to be terrified.
Well,
I
yeah.
want you to just have a horrible
She meant
time.
it
Well,
like
she really
that.
wanted to go to the butterfly farm and she wanted me to go with.
I think the worst insects are the ones where you don't know where they're gonna fly next.
Oh,
I agree with
hate
you.
That
them.
sucks. Yeah, I hate
Maybe
That's
that.
what I
as
mean.
well. Maybe
You want to know? No, you want to know the worst insect is. I guess I just spoiled the punchline of the story, but I went outside to play ball with my dog a few nights ago and put on my outside shoes that I keep in the back sunroom. And they're pretty old shoes, and the insole of them is torn up pretty good. And when I put them on, I felt something on my toe, and I was
No.
like, "Oh, the insole
Oh,
must
dear.
be all messed up."
No.
And so I go out and I kick a ball for him, and then I feel it on my toe again. And I was
No.
like, "That's weird." And I move my toe, and I feel it crawl up my toe. I was just like, it's like kicked off my shoe. I'm gonna send a picture in general chat
No,
of the
no, no,
spider
no,
that fell out of my shoe.
No, come on.
Did I
It's
ever tell
happening.
you about
Better than a slug.
in general? I ever tell you about the time that there was a massive? I was sat on the floor in my room, just like talking to my friends on phone.
Jesus.
And wait, I'm looking at this. Oh no!
Ah!
I feel like the picture
Oh,
doesn't do it
God.
justice.
Alright.
God,
How
I
big
hate
that
it.
was.
Tiny.
That was a big spider.
Yeah, I was sat there and this
Massive.
spider like runs across like the floor right in front of my feet. I obviously bolt up. It's a big spider. I bolt up and like run into the hallway. And I like call for my dad. I'm like, please get the spider out of my room. I'm begging you to get the spider out of my room. It's massive and I'm like, I hate this. So I'm like, he comes in and I'm like stood on the bed cowering. It's very pathetic. I'm stood on the bed cowering and he's like, okay, where is it? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't see it anymore. He's like, all right, I'll go get a glass then. to go get it. He walks out, walks back in, and he's like, I can't see it, and then chucks this plastic fake spider onto my bed. And when I looked, I've never ran out of a room so quickly,
What
and
is
I've never
wrong with
seen
your
him
parents?
laugh so hard.
Your dad's a bastard. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
so you
parents
used to get
were
chased by
torturing you, mate.
spiders.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Wait, so your mom makes you face your worst fears, and your dad makes you face your worst fears. What is going on there?
I mean, I say what's wrong with your
Character
parents, but I just had a memory of a time my mom, who was terrified of mice, stepped on a dead mouse in our basement, and while she was recovering from it, I threw a plastic spider at her.
Oh,
What
no.
the hell,
mean.
dude? Come on.
I was like 8. It was better than most of the things you guys did when you were 8. You can all shut up right now.
I got
I
delivered
did
a
when I was 8.
I got delivered a dead bat from my cat once, and I nearly stepped on it in the hallway.
My
Oh yeah.
Our cat
That
would
sort of
regularly
stuff
bring
happens.
mice in. She still does every now and then. There was one time when she brought one in, and she was like, just had it in a paws. It was already dead. Just started eating its head. It sounded like someone munching on crisps. It was horrendous.
A cat. One of my cats brought in like an injured frog that was just jumping about frantically all over the whole
I
room.
hate when cats do that.
That's not great.
When I was 17, on Mother's Day actually, one of my neighbours brought over a dead dove. My parents weren't in, it was just me, Soph, and my cousin. She brought over a dead dove that my cat had killed and threw it into my sister's hand and walked off, and we all freaked the hell
That's
out.
amazing.
Dave
sucked.
likes to play with the frogs in our backyard. He just like picks them up and like moves them around the yard and puts them down. Doesn't like chew on them or anything.
Aw.
Just carries them around.
I like frogs. I think they're cool.
They're a bit weird.
Yeah.
No,
Just kind of weird, aren't
no, they're great.
They're
I don't-
probably the only small animal I'd be like uncomfortable to have in my hands though.
Really?
Like a little mouse, I'd be fine. A little.
I've held a little frog before. They're fine.
I've had a lot of dead animals, but yeah, the dead dove was not a fun experience.
Do you remember that time we went to that cat-based cafe in Japan,
I wasn't there.
Joe? And then the one picture
Yeah.
we've got has got a maid in the background telling us to stop taking pictures.
I do remember that.
Anyway,
And then we have the pictures they gave us. That
I
was
just
such a
found-
fun place.
Just found something really cool. I'm gonna put it on stream. Who farted? I heard that.
they? It sounded like
That.
someone
What?
zipping up their trousers.
It's
That's
Imagine-
what I thought it was.
I think
Sounds
it's
like a
actually
marble
my
rolling
chair.
across someone's desk, yeah.
Yeah, Thunder was it?
Never strikes twice.
Ah.
Let me tell you.
No, that's lightning. Thunder strikes all the time.
Look at
the Oh, yeah. image
that I'm about to put on.
That's it.
I'm not booting up the stream, but I'll believe whatever you describe it to
Yeah,
be.
it's like a
I'm getting an ass.
original alpha testing of MC Championship.
Oh,
in the
wow.
You put it in
That's
TeamSpeak.
so old.
You know,
It's
before
Daniel.
we had. Oh, yeah, I can actually.
Well, yeah, I have been here since the literal first test, so yes. I remember in that test.
Guys, if you
those
want him
maps had
to
get
remove
removed
the
because they
image-
were
Were
too
you
big.
actually here for the first
There you
test?
go.
I was
If
there
you want
for
him
the
to
first
remove the image and
You were
see gameplay,
testing.
you have to give us
Ah.
money. That's the rule.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pay
there
us,
it
and then
is.
he'll get rid of it.
God, the Decision Dome walls are terrible.
Yeah.
Just
It's
grey
so bad.
nothing.
It's so bad. I love
Back
it.
in
though.
the
It's
like
so
that
bad.
today. Aqua. Well, today you can paint them. Back then you didn't have the items yet. Oh, you have the cheeky item in slot 9 there.
I think in an earlier test they were all named the same game. I think it was even worse than that at one point.
It's on the maps
I know
as
in that
well.
one, those maps got removed during the test because they lagged the server. So it switched to custom blocks after that because the paint or the maps were too slow.
Yeah.
But I think that item in slot 9 is the one and only.
Yeah,
One day.
it is.
One day.
Oh,
it'll be back.
It is.
It is as well.
Yeah. Ah. There's a
It's
funny,
thing I've wanted to add for many years.
Just remember it, chat. Like, you know, in an admin stream, maybe 10 or so, we're
never
gonna be
get
like,
to
it's that one.
put it in the event. But there's something coming up that it might be in. I think.
One day.
Who knows?
It'll
Yeah.
happen and we'll just be like, it's been here since day one. You just never knew.
The most
That,
powerful item in the game.
that thing, in that picture, would do something pretty pretty big,
Pretty cool.
and it would change how you think about playing the whole event.
Yeah, it flips your camera upside down.
It will change everything.
It sounds like one of those terrible intro to documentary
Oh, man.
things where it's like, oh, this is going to change everything, or
Everything
something.
will
should-
Phil's
change.
gonna blow himself
We
up.
should add it into
Everything will be
MCC.
Summer, the world will change.
No one
Because
will
of
know.
what? They don't like.
For the first time.
If enough people ask for that, whatever that thing is, to be an MCC, can we do it?
We've
Austin's
got to
already
edit it at
cracked.
some point, surely.
Austin's cracked it. It boots up Fortnite, and then MC continues to Fortnite. The April Fools wasn't a joke, you know.
No, I thought it would
Been there
launch
since day one.
Hightail. I thought it was Hightail early access. Preview build.
I probably have a lot more alpha pictures somewhere.
That'd be really
That's
cool.
the-
Probably like document
Find
them
them.
somewhere.
I never
I do
delete
still have,
stuff.
like-
I always
I
back
think-
it up somewhere.
It'd
I've
be
got
good
a
to
list
take
of, like,
a picture of that,
Probably on the
like
drive
the
somewhere.
first build we made of just the idea of a hub and
Well,
the
that's
Yeah, I was
someone
gonna say, I
scoreboard
remember that
pillars.
image.
You know, Nox, remember that small tiny build in the sky? It was just to show them the pitch.
Oh, go on, AMZ.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, AMC, get it
I
done.
spoke too. I
Show
cursed
that.
it.
I do still have a spreadsheet with
Oh,
every
do you
single
curse
best
them?
winner
Oh,
ever.
that sucks.
Go on, Frost.
Oh, red. Oh, fire though. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
They're still
H.
kind of playing this like a
H.
mess, but it's a bit better. H is below him.
H!
He popped up.
Oh, he's not gonna kill him in time.
He's not gonna do it! Oh! Good job though, Sapnap. Let's go.
I think I found it. I think I found my album.
He's this. I was worried about this game.
Nice.
We made some changes to
Yes,
border, but they're
yes.
working out all right.
Yes, I found it. I found some of the original pictures.
Is this when Aqua Horses was still a thing? Because they were the best team
I mean,
ever.
Apple
And we
Horses
got.
were
Oh
a
my
thing for
God.
quite a while, right?
They were the
Yeah, they
best
were.
team!
That was the
and
quite
first
a
few
year.
MCCs at least.
they were the best team.
Guys,
The reason they
Velvets!
the
Come
reason they got
on.
changed. The reason they got changed, by the way, is because we changed them to all animals you can eat instead of just animals that like exist.
You can eat horses. Like, there's the whole scandal about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We were
Yeah,
all eating
just go to
horses in
Tesco
the
for
UK.
that.
Yeah.
Or Iceland.
True.
Yeah.
Guys, I've just
Iceland
found
was
the
that.
very first picture of MC Championship.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to put it on stream.
Is it that area?
Yeah, I don't think you want to eat that.
No, you'll see.
Okay.
Oh my god, the other one is so funny. Oh my god. The old. All right.
I don't know which one you found, but
Wait.
I think I just found an earlier one.
No, this is the first. There you go. on
It's
stream.
gotta be that one, Stefan.
Why are you...
Oh my
I guess we
days.
couldn't sort the comments from now on. That's
Yeah,
always been an issue.
That is the first.
Yeah, that's so old.
That's-
Jesus, Joe.
No.
Because that was taken for the specification of how it works.
You put it in TeamSpeak.
No,
Because I
just open
couldn't get
stream.
I couldn't get to the stream in time.
Tell me when it's open. I'll just put it on stream.
Oh,
It's
is that
open,
how it
I'm there.
Is that
Yeah.
how it works?
There you
Cool.
go. There you go.
I'm not there yet because
He's
when
in
I put Nox in
Amazing.
Twitch, it brings up the
That.
Yeah, you're still on the
CPK talking through all the people that worked on
just
on Twitch.
twitch.tv/.
Parkour.
Right, right.
That
Yeah,
was the last obstacle of Parkour Warrior, the original Parkour Warrior. That.
Ah.
Still on screen.
Right. And the next photo is even better. I actually love this one.
Let me see it.
It's just a photo.
Well, yeah, once Isaac's ready to see it.
I'm
God.
so- I'm
You ready, Isaac?
trying.
Oh, Isaac, it's good.
Just twitch.tv/thenoxcrew.
I'm on Nox Crude links off Twitter right now.
You're deep.
You sure are in front.
Are you this bad?
What is
No,
wrong
no,
with you,
click the
dude?
I'm on it now. I'm on it.
Right, yeah? You ready?
Yeah,
Taking
yeah.
the
There you go.
slow-mo
That's
over
the
here.
first picture.
Well, he's got an ad. He's got an ad.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's the one I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Alright,
It would be.
but look at this second one. It's even better, even better.
Oh, is it going to be the scale hub?
Guess what it is?
That's the first game we made.
Very early Rocket Sleeve.
That's the first game. Surprising that Rocket Sleeve was the first game, but it was.
It
Yeah,
was
it was.
back then
Wow.
a good game in like the middle of the roster. Like it had rounds, it had pretty simple mechanic. Mostly the whole like map round loading. The entire old API is still based around the core concept of every round a different map, which is interesting considering there's only like 2 games where that applies. Yet it's like the core of the whole system. Every other game is at the workaround.
You have a picture of the first Rocket Sleeve map we tried?
No.
That wasn't released. I think like the first 3 Rocket Sleeve maps weren't actually released.
Yeah. First.
Right.
This fight is a bit of
H-bomb is lurking.
Oh man, I'd love if we could find some content for Bingo Battle. That'd be
well,
a cool
Bingo
thing to
Battle
show
was
from
so
the archive.
rubbish.
Yeah.
We played it
Yeah,
for one
but it'd
test and didn't like it.
It'd be quite
Yeah, it's literally
interesting
just
to
one
show people
test.
about it. It'd be quite interesting, I think.
Well, it was such a half-baked idea. Like,
I see where the idea came from, but it just I like the idea, but the execute like it just
the
didn't play well
execution of
to
it
me.
at that time was rubbish.
Yeah.
It was the player motive was too scattered. That was the problem.
Yeah, because
really.
he had quite a lot to do, and it was all kind of different genres of Minecraft, I thought. So it felt a bit disjointed.
Look at this picture. Look.
Right, let's see where you're looking.
God. What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
This is a big thing. We had like 15 to 20 different domes to figure out the perfect size. It was quite hard to actually figure out how to get it so everybody could know which segment is each game and fit in all 10 teams and get it to look good. Yeah.
Anyway, let's bring a little bit of interest to the actual event running right now, because there's only one game left.
It's very
Yellow
close.
is
It's so
pretty
We're not-
close, man.
We're not here to entertain, Daniel.
No, I'm just.
We're here
I
to
want
talk
to
about our
recap
own
it.
feelings and thoughts.
We're gonna
If
have to make
people-
this
We
round
we
with
should
teams at
watch
this
the
point.
tournament.
I'm not
Honestly,
a commentator board.
This showing this like archive stuff is pretty good, you know. I think people
Yeah,
will
it's
be
good
quite
content.
interested about that
Yeah, that's
compared
good
to
content.
if people are fully focused on watching the event, you know, there's many other streams doing that.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a picture of me as a Serbian farm boy.
Yeah.
Oh God, have you?
I'm just kidding. I thought that would be funny to
Steph,
say
Steph,
when we were
did you
talking
see the
about
one-
good content.
Did you see the one that I sent you on Slack from Cyber?
Hold on.
I just found that
It was
early
very
picture of
beautiful.
MCC.
I loved it. Oh yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Am I
love
going
that
to get banned on Twitter if I put that?
I don't know, but
I
it's
don't
still
know.
funny.
Not
It's still
gonna
funny.
chance
Though. Oh, that's such a shame. I was going to post it in general, but I thought maybe I'll just send it to you first.
It's just a picture of a guy with some abs and a horse with my Minecraft face photoshopped on it.
Nice.
It's so good though.
Was it the Putin photos?
No.
That was crazy. I can't believe you still did that.
Yeah, I don't seem to actually have that many archive pictures. We just seem to not have taken that many.
We've got
I
some
have, like,
stuff
loads
we've got
of
the
Bedrock
concept.
stuff.
Hey,
that's
Dan-
got them.
Daniel, Nolan fell out of the server. Can you let him back on?
Thank you, Ghost Little. I know our tangents are weird, but they are fun.
I have all sorts here though. Like I have loads
Stefan,
of
do you not
blows
have you not
art
seen like
ones.
the archive of the game screenshots folder? Like there's quite a few in there.
Dude, I have
Okay.
the original Sands of Time. What was it
Oh,
called?
damn.
Tom
Yeah,
Raider.
Tom Raider.
Tom
Yeah.
Raider! Oh my God, Tom Raider!
Yeah, I have that.
But also, the participants are possibly allowed to do something incredibly silly by skipping the remix. Or that, no, that you're skipping the whole
No,
thing.
they can't.
It's fine. I'll
That's
just get
they
it
can't
next
It's
time.
skip
quite
the remix.
silly to play a remix last because you never know what you can expect. But maybe it's just really.
Hole in the wall last.
It's
No,
forgot.
You've wanted that for
no,
a long
no, it's
time,
Parkour
if
tag,
I
it's
remember
not.
Can't
correctly.
believe. No,
Oh,
it's
hold
hole
on.
in the wall. It's hole in the wall.
Holy moly!
Because
my
of
goodness.
because
Hole in the wall
impulse.
last is cool.
Come on,
when I was-
impulse!
When I was a kid, we used to go get plums from the cafeteria and we'd stick them in the end of a trumpet and you'd blow really hard and it would go.
I'm sorry, what?
Whoa, that's such a
But
good idea.
that's why bubble tea is so fun because you can like suck up the bubbles in the straw and then shoot them at things.
Yeah. They should have bubble to more things than just teas, you know?
What else should we have
Bubble.
bubbles to?
Yeah,
Bubble sandwich.
bubbles.
Bubble soup.
Boba sandwich.
Do you know
Boba
what?
soup.
That'd be-
Someone has
that might be
probably
work.
done that.
They
Yeah.
probably have.
There's
you know what?
someone
I mean, you just need to go to like a Chinese supermarket, get the pearls and soak them and put them between bread, and it's easy done.
Soak them in chicken stock. Soak them in and then put them in like a soup, or a ramen. Oh, that'd be amazing.
What about like
Okay, ramen,
boba
yeah, alright,
soap?
yeah, okay.
You just get a ball, you squish it, and then you just wash your hands with that.
Mm.
Is that
You know,
actually a
like-
good
Pause,
idea?
You know what
That's
I
so
realised?
idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually smart. Like saving the planet or the plastic that they come in.
Yeah.
The event has been paused. Please stand by.
Please stand by.
It's better than just a timer randomly stop.
God, that sounded like one of those automatic train announcements. Or like
The next
or
stop.
at the airport or something.
The next stop
Say
is.
it's sorted. For the British Transport Police on 61016. Yeah. sure.
Please stand by. What does
Resource
stand
pack
by
cropped
mean?
open.
Yeah. Yeah, what does it mean?
What is it? So who came
Daniel,
up with
what's
that?
happening there?
I'm figuring it out.
There had to be a reason for it.
Stand by.
I guess just stand by the queue. I
Stand
don't
by,
know.
wait, like just wait.
No,
for
it's like
things
it's
to
like a
happen.
military term, isn't it? Like
Yeah, stand by, wait for it.
Oh.
I'd never
You-
thought we'd see Hole in the Wall as the last game.
But you
Is
know
this
why?
how
The,
it
We've
happened?
had it once before.
Have we?
you know why the on button
Maybe
looks like
more,
it
but
does?
yeah, we have had it once.
Okay.
It's a pretty good final game. Because if you're really trying to get to the end, it gets really tense.
The fact that we've got like a remix as the last game is ridiculous.
Luke Inca says, also, I'd like to apologise for blatantly stealing that chat message for Block Wars. I couldn't figure out anything better. I was so funny. There was a Block Wars screenshot of your CI/CD pipeline messages in game circulating around the dev team in MCC.
Yeah.
So that's the only message you. It's all right. It's cool. It's, you know,
Starfire
It's
has
fun-
who
asked-
it's
cares?
functional,
It's
it's
nothing
functional.
special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starfire
We-
asked another
But
question.
you know,
know.
it just
Oh.
it clearly was genius. So
It's really genius, and we're going to
Clearly
charge you
genius.
£500,000 per message.
Oh yeah.
They
Spent a
do
long
say
time
imitation
trying to
is the
put
best
that
There's
form of flattery.
licensing fees.
Starfire, I've got a question for you, okay? You're gonna have a big fight later in the day. You know you're gonna go to a fight, and everyone's got to bring one instrument with them. What you choosing? I'm gonna say an electric guitar. They're quite dense.
Oh, they're
Charlie,
heavy.
I wouldn't
They
call
are
it
heavy.
heavy.
game because they have to manage your hunger.
Oh Jesus, that was a lot of people.
Yes, because this game is much harder when you manage your hunger constantly.
oh yeah, but you did it up one more, didn't you? You added like an icon. You added like a glyph to it. To your CI/CD message. Yeah, it actually looked good as well. I was like, damn, we should steal that.
Oh, you're gonna get the community bloody going on us now.
Honestly, I prefer it without the glyph.
Oh,
I've
fighting words.
got
I
a...
thought the glyph looks nice.
Back in the day, I had like a server that I worked on for 2 years, and I spent so much time making like admin panels and making GUIs in game for stuff. And after I finished with that server, well, never even fully finished, I just realized like I wasted so much time on making pretty looking admin tools And it's such a waste because no one will ever see it or care. So, from
not,
now
because if
I
you
don't
like
care about
using
how
it-
nice and tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
You
the
wanna
dev.
make it
You
man.
enjoy using that thing yourself.
Nah.
Oh, Pete has got his first on the board. We know how this ends.
Okay, 3P. Let's do it, 3P.
No one
Sepnap
panic.
is making the wise but late decision to remove Optifine. Because Optifine does not work that well in this game, so...
I think a good weapon to have would be like a glockenspiel.
A
You
Glock.
can
yeah.
take
Glockenspiel, yeah.
you can take
Glock
the
and
keys
steel.
off, and you have lots of ammo, so you can just like
Pew, pew,
throw
pew,
them
pew,
at a
pew.
range and stop someone getting to you.
Well, I guess no one else wants to answer Optifine, so we're just gonna assume they're good.
Ooh.
Ready for round 2.
Everyone in chat, you can answer what instrument you use as a weapon. Go for it.
The violins thingy.
The bow.
The bow.
Nah,
Just
they
'cause
break all the time.
Yeah, they're really easy to break.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to like slap people with
You
it.
could, yeah, you could get
What with
like,
the bow? Yeah.
It's like a
Ooh.
whip.
you could
The
get
thing
good
is,
with
Sailor
it.
says,
people play
damn it,
the
yeah.
saw, so I'd just get a saw.
Come on, guys. The comedy
People
answer
use-
is obviously trombone.
But no, like people use
Oh,
a
you'd be-
cannon.
you'd be
in
unwieldy,
thingy. I
yeah.
want a cannon because that's just like.
Yeah, but think
Do
about
it.
how funny it'd be when you make the connection, because it's just be like right in the face.
Technically, you can make music with a sword. You know, clang, clang.
La, la, la,
clang.
la, 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 la.
You can make music with most things.
Make music with
Might not be
everything.
good things, but
The glass,
Probably
the
any
glass
wind
bottles
instrument
count.
would be good because you can shoot bubbles
Yeah,
from
glass
bubble tea at the
bottles.
other person, right?
There you go. I'd bring a glass bottle.
You'd have multiple in order to play music.
What,
so you'd
smash it? And
Well,
Yeah, you'd
no,
have
I
quite
can-
a few.
Well, yeah, to
That'd
play
be
good
that'd
music.
be a positive, yeah. But it'd be better for a fight. Another instrument.
I could kill a man with a big piano. But Simon
Yeah, but
wrote
you've got
pig
to
piano.
lift it up. You've got to like lift it up to make it move. Like
presume-
you can't just go.
If you
Presume
had like
Simon
a-
meant big, not pig.
if you had like a pipe organ, that kind of comes with a whole building. Maybe you could like Home Alone trap the whole building and say,
Or-
oh, this is
Oh,
my
yeah, fair
instrument.
You
Oh
like
God, Red Rabbit! What the hell?
Red
what is a
not
pig
gaming.
piano? It's like
Maybe
instead
you
of
just,
tickling the ivories, you're tickling the pork.
Excuse me?
Shut up.
You heard
maybe
me.
push a piano down a hill, like in that Vanessa Carlton video,
Ah,
where they're
Isn't it
like,
on, like a car though.
I thought she was just rolling down a hill on it.
I starred in that video one time.
You starred in that.
Oh
video.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
famous, very famous Noxcrew tweet.
I love that tweet. It's the
I
best
started
videos we've ever
somewhere.
done.
Look, is purple actually going to get into second place?
I don't know. Don't
Yes.
jinx it. Don't
Purple
jinx
is
it.
currently standing second.
Oh.
Green could still do it.
Oh, we lost 3-peat though.
We
That's
didn't get
the
the
worst
it's a
one.
We didn't get the
Bigger.
three,
Jojo's still
but
down.
So it's,
Okay.
it's green versus
Which
purple
wasn't.
right now, like big time.
Hey.
Oh,
Well,
green call
so
out.
yellow is as good as confirmed. Red is 1k, well, like,
Mm.
yeah, 800 ahead of purple and blue.
Excuse me.
And then green is like 2k behind. But if green
Oh
gets like
man.
1k ahead of purple,
This could be it.
Oh man,
needs to
red
look-
seriously dropped it.
I don't know what happened. They were doing so well.
Still another round.
Wall's not
I
that good.
can't believe that.
Come on, Red. You can do this, maybe. I mean, I'm going for purple, so I kind of want them to stick in it. So go for it.
Green would need like a lot of points to take it up. I don't think blue could get above purple, so it's mostly just purple right now.
It could. Red still could do this though.
Red has less than 1k on purple,
Yeah.
like 800-ish.
So if purple died out and red just absolutely smash it, they've got it.
Yeah. Yeah, purple's
Oh, no.
got it. There's no way.
if Purple are making it to Dodgeball, remember to have the. This is probably the 3rd or 4th MCC where we've had to have the Scott medal image prepared.
Yeah, go on out.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
I nearly had to post that. Hey, I was panicking.
Sorry, I forgot about that image. Now that because we moved and it doesn't look at me in Asana all the time, because we switched what we use it, I don't see it every day anymore.
Yeah, it's not like a unique. This is
Just
coming
set it as your
soon.
desktop wallpaper.
Elle, do you know the descriptions on lists? You can actually like put things in them, like images and stuff. So if you wanted to, you could have
No,
that
I don't
image
want
just
to.
at the top of your
Yeah,
list all
every
the
time
time.
Elle opens
really
ClickUp,
don't
it's
want
just
it.
Scott staring at her.
Where is
Yeah.
it?
Well, I found it on Asana before it got shut down and put it somewhere.
well, it
I
was
can't
on
remember for the
Asana,
life
but-
of me where.
I
tweets
found
are
it.
amazing.
Never
I
mind.
think it's in like the marketing board and it's
Yeah,
part
I've
of some
got it.
too
I've
organized
got it.
section. Yeah.
Okay, Pete and Jojo are still holding on. So a shame. Oh.
Go on.
Could be a
It might be
double
possible
survival.
in like an old world where Shane dies early and they get like a double survive, because survivals really give them points here. But it's would be a very big miracle if they make it.
Oh, please. Come on. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes, purple.
Yeah, I think we're there.
That wall's crazy.
That is evil.
There's been a couple of those this game that have sent people from one side to the other, and half the field hasn't recognized it in time.
It's with the hunger, it makes it much harder.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
I can't believe it took us this long to do like different shaped platforms.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like, when I first like heard of the idea, I was like, that's gonna be really complicated, but it's actually worked out quite well.
Don't know why. I just didn't think it would really affect much. But it does.
Damn red.
This one is this
You
one's
already-
crazy.
Red.
You're
man,
playing a
that's great.
movement game, and originally it was in 4 directions, and now it's 5, right?
Yeah, you got this whole other
Yeah.
like thing to worry about.
And it's just an extra dimension to look at.
Yes.
Purple made it.
Good job, Purple. Damn. Oh, that's so
Damn it,
close, though.
imagine.
Good God.
Imagine like being second place, like so obviously, they're just dropping like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Captain Sparkles.
The
Back
curse
to
is
third.
the
The
curse
curse
continuing.
again.
Get away.
Jeez.
Yeah, the
recently.
curse again.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
I mean,
think
I'm
he'll be
happy
fine
I
with
was
it because
voting
he's
for
got a
Purple.
win now.
Damn.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third is a great place. You know, nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, it's nothing to like go, oh.
Not for me to scoff at.
That's what people say. Isn't
I
it?
know, yeah, they do. I don't know. I just find British phrases really funny.
Yeah. Then like I was talking about a football game or something.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the phrase full of beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found out my friend
Oh, right, when
who
you
is
pump something full
English.
of beans, yeah.
What?
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 Yeah,
You're
that's
full
what
of,
it
you're full
is.
of, you're full of
I
energy.
like
You're full of
that,
beans.
You're full of energy. Yeah.
Full of
sorry.
beans.
Yeah, full of beans.
Oh, when you just pump someone.
Not when you
No, when you're full of beans, or when you're really energetic and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, full of beans.
No, it's when you pump
Yeah.
someone full of beans. That was the way
Please
my
stop
uncle taught me.
saying pump
When you
someone
really-
full of beans.
When you love someone. And,
No.
No,
no,
No, not that.
Not that one,
not
not that
that.
one.
No.
Not that. No.
Not that one. They're talking about the other
I
one.
was.
Good God.
I thought that's what he was saying.
No. Jesus.
Anyway, I found out that someone I know didn't know that the other day, even though they're English, and I was just shocked.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know.
I mean, Isaac, that's what I thought she meant too, and I was both surprised and proud that she brought it up.
Oh, we dodged that one, didn't we?
Oh.
I don't
Is
know.
that a segue into Dodgebolt? Nice one.
Yeah, why not?
I doubt myself with some of those British phrases sometimes. Sometimes you say like, "Oh, he was full of beans," and then you start to think, "Wait, that can't be right." Like,
Yeah, I know what you
sure-
mean.
yeah, like
You
surely
thi-
that's not
Yeah,
that's not a real phrase.
yeah. It's like, oh, did that actually work in this context? I'm not sure, but I've heard people say it.
Daniel, is it possible to make Mel invisible during this game or no?
Is he invisible?
Maybe.
Yeah, full of beans, like a donut.
What?
Yeah, like a donut.
Like a maraca.
Custard jam will be.
What's a
what he was
maraca?
picking.
It's a musical instrument.
You
filled
know
with
what's
beans.
the thing that-
maraca?
What's a maraca?
Yeah.
Oh, McJill!
Hey, no,
did you
they're
just
not.
subscribe? What the hell?
They're called maracas.
It's a weird way to say Morocco.
See, they were called maracas.
If
That's such a
Nala
weird
rejoins,
word.
Should
It
be
is.
visible now.
What?
If he rejoins, you said?
In the hub,
Dude.
I have a command to update it with here. So.
Well, it's
Okay.
a Spanish word or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, McJill! How's it going, bud?
Do you have it open that he could just disconnect or reconnect
Yes,
real quick?
it
Okay,
should.
let me see.
She might not hold on.
We love channel point gambling, so true.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
definitely what
gambling
we're
in
doing.
MCC still lives on, just in the form of channel points instead of rewards.
Still giggling at this when you love someone. No.
What a terrible situation. That's awful.
BB2?
You know, it's when you decide to settle down with a family.
No,
Oh, Lord. No!
no, it's nothing like that.
Ho, ho, ho.
Come on.
Yellow team.
Dodging Scott.
Oh, yes!
Lucky.
Is anybody going to get a first win here? Red Velvet, right?
No, I think has Red Bull before? Hold on.
I don't know if
Fire Breath hasn't won, actually.
he won Scuffed.
Oh,
didn't he?
okay.
No, yeah, he won Scuff, but didn't he also win,
Did he actually win Scuffed,
Rising.
or was he on the
No, he wasn't
lower
right.
team?
Yeah,
not
Daniel, I
right.
didn't let him back in there.
I checked if it did.
Oh no.
check my winners
Just
list.
saying disconnecting.
Did he? I think he waited a long time before doing it.
Oh, look.
I had him do it between rounds, or try to.
I should be able to try now again.
Gonna miss the finale.
I was like checking if he was there.
There he is, yep. And nice. Okay.
I don't know if he can pick up the merch, but he's here. Oh, I think he already picked up merch in the past. If he has like a re-go there, I guess.
I don't think it's gonna be a 1v3.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay,
I
wait,
don't
it
think
might,
it's
it might be.
Jimmy.
It's,
What
it's,
is
it's,
my
it's still,
Gumi's cracked.
Gumi is correct.
still in
for
the
this.
game.
She's got it.
She's
Go
got
on,
the
Gumi.
aim.
Go on, Gumi.
Oh.
Oh, shots like that. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh,
It's orange playing. Come on.
slippery.
Come on, Gumi.
Oh.
Oh.
Solidarity.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay, now Scott's coming along to ruin the
Time to
fun.
put away the image again.
Oh. That
Unbelievable.
was
Damn it,
clean.
Scott,
Scott.
Scott's got to ruin everything.
Damn it, Scott. Come on. Ellie, you got that ready?
Yeah, it's this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when am I? I
He
mean,
said sorry. He said sorry.
You're gonna have to tweet it at some point.
yeah, it will be today. I look, all right. I know
If
what
it's
I'm doing.
today, then there's a peace of mind from that, you know.
Oh.
Oh.
Forget taking a screenshot, just send that image out. Like, that's all that's needed. Like, don't, when you
And to be
announce
fair, Martin deserved that. He just kind of like stopped. I don't know what he was trying to do.
He was trying to aim. And Purple caught it.
new Dodgebolt idea. You know in the Mario games where you're defeating Bowser and you run past him and jump on a button. Yeah, it's like that. They've got a button
Okay.
on the side, and you've got to run to the other side.
And maybe that brings back a teammate or something.
No, it knocks out their platform, like the bridge of the
completely?
Bowser. Yeah.
Okay.
What if when you
That sounds
jumped off
cool.
on
There's
accident?
something about that could work. I
Oh
think.
my god,
That was insane.
that was thrashing.
What if you jumped off into the lava on accident, you went oh and held your button back up on the
Yes.
platform? That's the Dodgebolt mechanic we didn't know we needed.
You touch the lava and you freeze, and it does that Mario lift and then fall.
Boy, Purple's up against it here.
Yep. Flower husband's taking the shot. Ooh.
Right, start getting Amp Frost back.
Just got to take it back. You're making things interesting.
What if we did Dodgebolt, but like after the first round, identical copies of everybody from the first round is still playing Dodgebolt. So it becomes
Whoa.
like time paradox Dodgebolt, where there's multiple
Ooh.
things going on at the same time.
Like Tenet, like they're playing backwards,
Yeah.
and they're like absorbing arrows. Oh,
That would actually be a really fun 1v1 game mode.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
There was an
there was a
FPS
game.
that did it. Yeah. I
It
don't
shut
remember
down
what it
because
was
no one
called.
played it.
Seemed like
You
a
ever
cool
played-
idea.
you ever played that Minecraft minigame called Reverse Spleef, where you have to place blocks to get mirrored to like your opponent's section
Like you
and
place
suffocate
blocks
them.
to sort. Oh, you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
It was really weird.
Cute, yeah.
What was that game called? It had a really weird name.
Purple, 1v4 maybe?
Like Phantom or Quantum something, right?
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Lipscape. Lip.
Splitgate.
No,
No,
Splitgate.
No,
Splitgate's
that's-
before.
No,
That's-
it was like,
that's like yeah.
Wow.
Litmus.
Shutout.
Okay, we're on round 5. Let's see who wins
go.
it. Let's go.
For all the marbles.
It's a very close Dodgeball.
It's been tight. This has been incredible.
Oh,
Oh, that missed.
Scott wants that medal.
He wants it.
Scott's done with all this. Like,
He's
are we posting
like,
this
I'm
image?
just
We're
doing
not
it now.
posting it.
Let's
We're
do it.
posting it.
Oh my word. That's.
Purple.
Go on, get a double.
Oh my
Oh, let's go.
How did it go to a 1v1? What?
Go on,
Oh
Jimmy.
my goodness.
Jimmy, you've done
maybe
this
against
before.
purple,
Jimmy,
you gotta do it.
Jimmy.
Oh, that would have been.
Missed the game.
That would have been.
Take that.
was
Let's go.
sick.
That was right. Thank you.
Oh god, I've got to close my street here.
Oh, yeah, I know that picture now. Sorry, mate. Yes.
Oh my god, Jimmy, stop jumping.
Missed the
Pose
game.
nicely, please. Thank you.
Woo.
That's much better. No, it's not. Martin's
it's
ran
gone.
away. He's ran away.
Back, we need a screenshot. Wow, that was great.
We should
Yeah,
just.
that was a really good dodgeball.
That was so good. That was really tense at the end. Jesus.
Was that the best Dodgebolt of all time?
No,
Nah.
best
No, no,
dodgeball
no.
of
I
all
think the
time
green
was
one.
Dodgeball.
Great, yeah, 17. Was it 17 with Grid? Yeah.
I was up there. They were really
It's up there.
trading
No,
blows.
it's up
Green
there,
one
but it
was
was great.
Awesome.
They were
The
trading
green
blows.
one was like edge of the seat stuff.
Yeah.
Let me send you some elf, just in
I'm also
case.
sending you some.
Why are you
Oh, that
sending
was
me?
such a close event.
What?
Jesus.
I don't need them.
Yeah,
Well, you might have an opinion.
can I have some, please?
No.
Yeah, can I have some as well,
I'm
please?
too old at this point to give it a
Yeah, everybody's calling for a group picture with Nolan. Where should we go?
Oh yeah.
Hot
I'm sorry, I've got
pick
to
No,
a-
let's not
I
do
can
hot
be knocked
tub.
on
Come on.
Thunders.
No?
Bridge,
Alright.
bridge.
Bridge.
Which bridge?
The
Ooh.
bridge.
Let's go, to the back of the
The
stairs so we can
bridge.
see the. What's it? It's
No.
the plushie.
Oh, the plushie.
Oh yeah. Oh, I need to get out of spectator.
Yeah.
Who's taking the picture?
I think Galen is.
I can.
No, we need to take the picture so we can send it over.
What do you want to do?
Tommy, you got it?
I've got Fulbright on. Do we get night
I
vision?
can take the picture.
Go for it.
Oh, I'll get in it then. Oh.
Oh, we're waiting on us to do.
Oh no, we're also
Oh, we're waiting on-
wait
we're waiting on a
I know, I'm
couple
sorry,
people.
I'm gonna do the tweet.
I took a nice few pictures as well. It's like I could have TP'd them, but I think this is nicer to know that everyone here like walked over just to make the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more people coming. Can we get one more?
Yeah. Just TP everyone if we can.
No.
No.
Let him make him run. Make him run.
I think it means more that everyone wants to
Yeah,
show up.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's fair.
Don't.
they're all here for the picture.
Elsa, get over it.
Okay, well. Eloise, yeah, actually, it's a good thing you sent it to me because are you on Moody?
Okay, everybody's here. Get one more.
It's a new
One more,
profile
one
that
more.
I've quickly set up.
Yeah,
It's
use my
quite possible.
pictures, use
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
There's probably something good in there.
We got one here.
I got
We got-
plenty
we
of
got-
pictures.
Yeah, cheers, alright. I'll do. Why did Martin just run away at the end? What did he do that for? What was
We
he
should
playing?
we should play him a title on the winner's screen that says like "Behave Picture Time."
Picture time.
Get posing.
Can you guys dump those pictures somewhere I have access to them, please?
No.
He's putting
Wow.
him in the farm boy
But
folder.
I asked nicely.
I'll make a thread in general chat.
Thanks.
What a great MCC.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a
This is-
great
It
event.
was real close. It was really close.
Yeah, came down to the wire.
Have you made that thread? I'm just gonna make it.
I sent a message. I guess we can have multiple.
What?
Well, I'm
Slack
sending
just
pictures
dead or
with it.
something.
Oh,
Oh,
it
right.
Sending
takes
a lot of
ages to
pictures.
load when you send a picture, yeah. Classic Slack.
And I didn't set up optimal screenshot conditions, but these are more the backup ones.
Yeah, Daniel, have you got like a nice border on there? Fog,
I
maybe?
run Sodium, so I don't have any fog. I've got clouds off. I've got my FOV is not the best, but
Unlucky.
it's
Don't
about the
worry.
memories.
I got some good ones.
And you're fired, Daniel.
Honestly.
Yeah, goodbye.
And
finally.
Yeah.
you're fired. Sorry.
Get out. Get out. Elsa wants his wings again.
Lemnis Gate.
What?
Isaac.
The
Isn't
game.
that a game?
Hmm?
Lemnis Gate.
What is
Lemnis-
that a
I don't
Frontier
know what
game
that
or
is.
something? I can't remember
That was
who
the-
that's from, but I've heard of it.
That was the weird thing where you control
Isn't
the
like a
team
shooter
and-
where you go through time or something?
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, right.
And you like it's turn based but then you
Yeah, sorry.
you know,
Oh,
no, this
like
isn't
the,
the
the
one I
fact
was-
that I can't
this isn't-
explain it is probably why it shut down.
This isn't the one I
I see it
thought
now.
of. There was a different one. It looked kind of like a paintball arena.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this had the concept of like
Yeah.
you
I'm in
know.
trouble.
I mean, your pictures aren't that bad actually.
I've already posted now. I used
Daniel.
your one, but those, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were about mine.
No,
Never
not
mind.
yours,
No, mine
Eloise.
were really dark.
Not yours.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
How
sorry.
dare you think that yours were good enough?
Also, I'm just gonna reply with the picture of Scott. It's stupid.
Do
Yeah,
it.
let's finally get that done so we don't have to worry about it ever again.
If you had extra time, you should make it look like it's been copied like 4 times over.
Yeah.
Quantum League.
Like, what?
That's it. I think that's one. Yeah, Quantum League.
Battling within a time loop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
it. That's the one I was on about.
Oh, it looks way better than Lemon Escape.
Is this? Yeah, this is Fire Breath
Why
Man's
does
first
Lemon
canonical
Escape
win.
sound like a government scandal? It really does.
It sounds like a tea they'd only up north, you know?
What?
Yeah.
No.
You got so many weird brands. I went to North of England recently, and you've got like it's like different country up there. Like it's just different. You got different food.
What?
What are you,
Yeah.
what are you on right now?
Did you
They're
just
a
say a
brand.
different country is like a different country?
No, you got different foods up there. You know,
Like?
that you just don't have down south. I can't even remember. Like there's a brand of biscuits
But-
I've never heard of, like on the shelves in Sainsbury's.
I
was like,
thought
"Where
you
is-"
said Finland. I was half listening and I thought you just said
No, the
Finland
north
was
of-
like a different country. And
No,
I was
the
like,
north,
yes, Tom,
us.
it is.
North of England. No.
I mean, barely.
I'll be honest,
You
going
don't.
down south is like going to a different land. It's so weird.
See, we agree. We agree.
What
we
biscuits?
agree on our different. I can't
Yeah,
even
but
remember
what
the
biscuits?
brand.
Like, what are you on?
If you're from up north, what are the biscuits called that you only have up north?
I don't know.
What
What, in
what is
England?
every biscuit that exists in northern England?
No, because we have all sorts down south. But you'd think we'd have more down south because we've got like
I'm googling
You just have the
it.
same biscuits everywhere.
got more biscuit money down south. You'd think, but
Yeah, all that money down there.
buying all biscuits with it, yeah.
No, there's no money down south because they're all
We
spending
are
it on
aware we're
rent.
still on stream. Are
You
we
mean
gonna
like
end this at any
Eccles
point,
cakes?
or?
Oh.
No.
No,
biscuits.
well, they don't
I've
have
never
apples
had
cakes
them.
down south.
I don't know,
But
I just
that's
saw
We have
apples
them.
cakes.
We have
This
them.
is
down here.
biscuits.
I mean, there's like Eccles cakes, which are like
From
northern,
Devon, isn't it?
but
But they're regionally, like you go into a supermarket, they're everywhere up north.
I
What, you
mean,
want me
there's
to-
Eccles cakes and there's Welsh cakes and there's like that sort of stuff. But
We
I
don't have that.
know.
We have like croissant, you know.
I mean, we have croissants up here as well.
Yeah, but where Eccles cake would be in a supermarket, we have a croissant or a
No, because you have
an
that as
exotic
well.
French.
You want me to
Not
end the
down
stream?
south.
Should I end the stream?
I mean, possibly.
Yeah.
We haven't ended in the hot
Should
tub,
I,
though. What
um,
happened there?
Yeah, true.
Oh
What's
yeah,
gone
we need to go,
wrong?
yeah. Sorry, we need to go to the hot tub first, then we can end the stream.
Do you think I should just?
Well, we just never end.
Bro,
That's
I've
an
started a
option.
conversation which I wasn't prepared to like.
Yeah,
back
you
up.
really
Yeah, you
biffed
did back.
that,
You
to be
did back
honest,
this
mate.
up. You need
Oh
like
man,
you need
let's
your
not end the
facts
stream
back.
on
It
this
was-
negative.
Nah,
Come
the
on.
Yeah.
vibes are
Don't-
bad now.
guys,
It's
I
let's
ruined.
let
think
it-
kill the vibes.
Ruined.
Bad
No,
vibes.
it's not.
Where's
It's
the hot
only
tub?
because you're
No.
saying it is. Come on, let's bring it back.
Come on.
What a great MCC.
No, we should end the stream right now at this very time that it's full of beans.
Yes.
What?
I'd argue we were full of beans at the start and gradually
In fact, I
dropped
might
a
have
couple of
beans
beans.
got-
I might
We
have
just
some
ate-
beans on
we
toast
just ate
after this,
through.
actually.
The beans got
Mm.
stacked in.
We just eated through the beans, didn't we? Yeah. All right. Well.
Good being with you all tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
That
Any
was
more
great.
primary school
was
stories
it.
we've got to talk about?
That was the one. Good night, everyone.